What? Can't get too crazy tonight. I got shit I gotta do tomorrow. But what I see here is real pretty. Gonna load me up a little hit. But what we're looking at right here is fucking the juice. It really is. I'll be curious to see if anybody in chat can see what I see. Pretty much when all those line up, all these indicators kind of line up, and I tried to highlight that in purple for you guys, you can look at the price action and see what follows. And I got an alert today on one of my indicators to buy leap calls, which does not happen very often at all. So the fact it triggered us, and particularly on AMC, that is tits. I guess I haven't done a live stream. It's 8:15 on the West Coast. I don't know how well or how many people will join in, but I figure I was going to come drink and fuck with you guys anyways. And we're drinking straight from the bottle today. Might as well crack it open. It's been a while since I've actually drank liquor. Oh, shit. If you guys were chatting, my chat was completely closed. I didn't even see anything. It doesn't look like anything came in. But I didn't see shit if you guys said anything. All right, Ape Nation. Cheers to you guys. It was a good week. And from what I'm seeing right here, we got some good fucking shit coming. Legit. Cheers. Ugh. Nice. It's basically, let me see if I can zoom in for you here. The alert just happened right here. It happened on, it was, I guess, to be honest with you, it happened, you know, a few days back. It happened on the 27th, but I just hadn't seen it, or I had the alert hidden. I only use it when I'm basically option trading, but I just happened to turn it on and go fucking long and behold, it alerted here to buy leap calls, which is, you know, out of the money fucking calls. And so when that alert happens, that's pretty unique because it's rare. And that, along with everything else, which again I've tried to highlight in these purple boxes for you guys, all lining up, is like when Vortex flips over to the green side, you have the TCI flipping up too. That's all good shit. You see what happens when that happens. You get positive price action. So Vortex is ramping the fuck up. We're getting close to being able to cross over here. I mean, we're lining up really well, actually. Like, to me, I don't know how long it's going to be. I don't know. It's not saying it's going to happen next week or anything, but on a day-to-day level like this, we're looking at the daily chart to see all these things happening at once. History tells us that price runs happen after that. So I'm excited. It's gotten me wanting to drink a little bit. So I just figured I'd come in here, chill out with you guys. It's 8:19. I'm going to go out with my friends probably around 9:30, 10, so I could spend some time with you. How's everybody's day been so far? You guys all good? It's two lines, an uptrend and a downtrend, okay? And really that's the biggest way to it tells you trend reversals basically is what it helps for. And it's a bunch of mathematical shit that I really don't know. Like I wouldn't be able to build it. I just use it as what it's designed for. Like when I see it flip, and again, I learned that over time by just looking at other securities and watching it work, and that motherfucker goes. But it's basically positive trend movement, right? Or negative price movement. So positive trend movement or negative price movement, right? And so when they inverse each other, you kind of can have an idea of what's going on. Now, like if you were looking at this, like let's say like on a 30-minute chart or a 15 or a 5 or a 1, the motherfucker's going to flip all day. It'll cross over, right? It'll literally just cross all day. But when you look at it on a daily level, it kind of sustains. So, and that's again what you're looking at in the chart. If you look at, so let me actually show you what I'm looking at. So where my cursor is right here, I'm talking about this section right here. Okay, so you can see what happens. Remember, I was talking about this crossover when you have this green line, and however you wanted to do it, when you put it in, you could put whatever the fuck colors you want, but that's just how it registers with me. But when the green line is flipping over the red line right here, just like how you see here, 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 and here, you can see what happens with the price action. See, this one was short-lived, but it still, I mean, it was right on the fucking money. So not only is that happening where we're at currently right now at this exact moment in time, but we're also getting the buy alert triggers as well, which has got me fucking hyped. Yeah, I think so, Andrew. You know what? To be honest with you, man, when it comes to what's going on with, like, I'm hearing more and more shit now. I'll be honest, I haven't dove into it myself. Shit kind of depresses me, to be honest. But I was talking to some of my friends in Discord. They were saying that it wasn't a confirmed source. It wasn't 100% proven that this is going to happen. You know, I think off the cut, people might be overreacting. It might not be as big a situation as it's being played out. But if it does, I mean, I think that we're going to continue seeing probably more blood, especially with the SPY and the major indices and shit like that. Yeah, Fred. So that's what my buddies were talking about in the Discord earlier. Was like, hey, is this like, is it being blown up like too big right now, or is some shit like, is this some shit that America's actually gonna go and get into? But I assume that if we do pursue any sort of like combative actions, that the markets are definitely going to reflect that for sure. 100%. I assume you guys could hear me okay. I was having issues with the mic earlier. Probably, actually, the gain's probably too loud. You guys could probably hear fucking everything. Yeah, Cody, I agree with you, man. Like, the problem is, and this is what I guess I could stress to apes if you haven't already. I think most of us are battle tested, but if you are trading any other securities, right, to make a little bit of extra income or whatever, to fill up your AMC bags or however you want, whatever you're doing, if you're doing any sort of other trading and you find yourself panicking in positions when things like are volatile up or down, you need to make sure, you need to like get yourself in check, right? Because if you're feeling it there, how do you think you're going to feel when it's on your baby? You know what I mean? So people need to be mentally prepared for big price swings, you know? You guys are going to want to be really mentally prepared to see that. Like, I want to say like 6 or 7 months ago, shit, it feels much longer than a year, but I did uploaded a video where I was fucking around with this thing called the squeeze simulator, and it was pretty cool. Some bright fellas, I wish I remember their names right now, I'd give them credit, developed it, and it was kind of, you got to simulate what's happening. But the problem I didn't like with that is it's almost like a video game, right? You know it's not real. See, when it's actual your dollars and cents, those are like, that's the time that you're going to be worried about what's going on. You're going to make decisions a lot more carefully, be more rational. It's a lot more worrisome when it's your cash. Omar, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Hey, look, there's so many people that deserve so much recognition. Like, I wish at the end of all of this, like, you know how they give, I don't want to compare us to like combat veterans or something, but if there was like a financial wall where they could write everybody's name or handle on it, etch it in stone, because there's been a lot of warriors that are fighting this out with us, right? Like, seriously, if you would have asked me if I seen the level of commitment that apes have, it's unreal. And I think that we've been tested. You guys have heard me say this before. I mean, like, surviving June, surviving the Battle of 801, all these different things, and nobody's unwavered. Really, I mean, it surprised even me. Myself, too, to be honest with you. I think back in June, and, I see two sides of this coin. I wish I would have known what I know now. I would have been able to triple, quadruple my AMC position, right? And some people may or may not agree with that, right? But if I was smarter, it would have been much better for me on a personal decision if I would have played that more correctly. But also, we have like, well, this is one thing I actually was thinking about too. I was telling Jackson Hunter this, if you were in my last live stream, I mentioned this as well. But I feel blessed, and I have so much knowledge or just in the knowledge that I've learned over this past year. I'll be able to fish in these markets for years. I know a lot of people are fucking jaded, but for me, I think I can make some money off this, pretty easily. And I don't even want to do it full time. I would just do it as a hobby. It has been a team effort, for sure, for sure. I appreciate that, Fred. Hey, you know what, man? Everybody's articulate, and I think guiding us in the right direction for the most part. For me, I just and I've been guilty of it too. I fucking have sometimes let my emotions get the best of me, and can voice how I feel out of anger, and I regret it sometimes. So it's just, I think that people have been in it for so long, and it's like even soldiers and shit, they fight. Like, they might be in the trenches when like there's no combat going on, and you might hate this motherfucker to the right of you, you know what I mean? But when it comes to like strapping on your boots and your helmet, it's like, he's gonna ride. And I feel like we're all like that. Yeah, Uncle Savage, like I said, I think that with what I've learned personally, I know a lot of other people have learned some shit too, that I'll be able to do okay. I mean, I've taken my licks, but the licks have taught me patience and discipline, which is very much needed. All right, I'm gonna have another drink. Fuck it. I haven't watched the video, Jay. Do I think that sectors are going to rotate? And I think that small and mid-cap companies are going to have better returns than these big, large cap companies. And I do think the sectors are going to rotate in certain ways. Like, I don't think oil, I was looking at oil, I almost, not financial advice, but I was looking into that. Like, there's a couple things. But really, that's, for me, like, I'm still learning every day. Like, I'm buying books, and I'm also in the mix. I need to kind of like, this is where I'm at right now. I'm at a fork in the road, guys, because I've been learning a lot about like technical charting and trading, and all kinds of different patterns, right? But then I've also been getting books and reading, and like Bigums and I have been digging into ISDA and market structure, and how not so much even like the hedge funds are playing, right? Like Citadel and shit, but the actual banks, like how they're playing, because that's really what it is. And or that's what ISDA is, and that's where a lot of the lending is coming from. And so I need to kind of figure out where my attention needs to be. There's so many different technical traders and shit, but it was just a tackle or a challenge that I wanted to tackle. But I think for the movement, looking into some of the deeper stuff that maybe doesn't even 100% relate to just AMC and GameStop, but just a fair market, I feel like I could do more damage there over the long term. Because, you could go on YouTube or Twitch even now, and you could find a million people that are going to be charting. Omar, to answer your question, I mean, I've got where my alerts are set at. is $32. Really, I mean, I wouldn't be like, I am literally am so not confident, but I feel like there's all these things lining up. History tells us that there's been positive price action. So that's where my alerts are at right now. It's such a, like, I feel like it's so weird, like almost like walking on glass. Like I want to just talk to you guys, but because of the way that we're regulated, it's so funny because everything we're up against, these guys are just literally robbing fucking people blind, and we got to walk on eggshells to be able to even give appropriate answers, I guess. Hey Don, I really appreciate it, man. I do this for you guys. Like even right now it came on and I was like, shit, this is a good week. The charts tell me some good shit. Looks like it's coming. I wanted to come and just hang out and have a few drinks and just bullshit. Obviously, I'll field questions about AMC, but I just wanted to hang out with my boys and girls. And like I said, I don't, even with the alert that I'm talking about, the buying the leap calls, I'm not, that doesn't mean you guys should go out and buy fucking AMC leap calls and shit. But what it does show me is that people that do like trade off of algorithms or their own sort of AI or anything like that are going to see alerts like this too. So people that are maybe not apes are going to help us if they're loading up calls and shit like that as well. So all of these things tie together. Hey man, I really appreciate that, Don. There's a new system. I don't know if that was a you know what I switched to? I'm on a different computer. Oh, there it goes. I was like, it's supposed to come. Cool. I really appreciate that, dude. Nobody has to super chat or anything. I forgot that I even had that shit on. I really appreciate that though, man. $5 can do a lot for a lot of people. I'm in Southern California, and it is beautiful, actually. It's like 79 degrees. Kale, I've been following Bam. Yeah, I haven't spoke to Bam. Like, I've actually talked to him on the phone. We were talking for a few weeks, probably 2 or 3 days. And obviously, I did hit the first. Which, you know, it was weird. I had a lot of people hate me, and a lot of people loved it. But I was the first guy to interview him, and so we've always kept in contact. And you know, his story. What I'll tell you about him, he's this is the honest to God truth, guys. His demeanor and his attitude towards the stock has never changed to me, not since day one. And I probably met him, spoke to him for the first time on the phone, probably in May of last year. Never once has he changed his tune. So hate him or love him, the guy does have some sort of knowledge too on the markets that I was able to verify. I mean, he has worked with large funds before. Do I use a Nimoy? I have it, and I forget that I have it sometimes, and I probably should use it more, as I know people are making money with it. It's really, really cool if you want to go on there and look at like the day trader section and check out like it. I was using it a lot, actually, probably 3 or 4 months ago. I don't really know why I stopped, but you know, you can kind of see if the bot's long on something and give you a little bit more confirmation for your trades. But I've heard stories of people making really good money on the Fang shit there. So do you use it, Justin, or no? Are you thinking about purchasing it? Cheers again, guys. I might get all fucked up. I haven't drank. I've been pretty good about the alcohol since the start of the year. San Diego. Doge Pound. But yeah, I'm like, I was looking at this daily today, and I'm just like looking at it more and more and more, and it's like fucking falling in love with it. It really looks strong to me right now. Well, Justin, what I can say is that honest review that I would like it. It's really good at what it does, or what, you know, in terms of telling you positions and shit, especially the alert system, because it's got like what it is like a 3 trigger cluster system, and you're looking for all these things to kind of meet in the middle. And what it does, its custom watch lists are really cool, because anything that has a 3 trigger cluster basically gets popped in front of your screen. So for that watch list alone, I think there's value in it. Okay, so right near, yeah, Oceanside. Yeah, that's that's what's up. Oceanside. My stomping ground. I like Mission Beach. Hang around down there, people watching shit on my free time. Yeah, which is, listen, hard-headed. I mean, that to me, that's what I'm saying. Like the stock looks fucking strong right now, and you know, we basically flipped the entire market. We were, you know, ahead of the market today, which is really nice considering the attack that we've been under. Don, I really appreciate that again. Thanks. Dwayne, thank you so much for the subscription. Oh, I'm kind of got a little buzz already, just from 2 drinks. I have, I don't know if you guys will hear me talking about some of these, you know, NFT marketplaces right now, but it's crazy with all them, you know, giving you free cash based off of your crypto trading, or your NFT trading volume over the past, you know, year. Just like free money these guys are handing out to get your business. It's crazy right now. Thank you for your service, Kale. Are you saying you were in San Diego for your boot camp? Omar, I have a lot of friends that live in San Jose. Quite a few. Some big Shark fans if you like hockey. Yeah, after MOAS, hope we can all get together. I would love that. You know, a lot of people like Vegas. That's where I grew up. So it would be cool to go there, and especially because I know all the areas and shit. My friends actually run a bar down there, which is a fun little dive bar, but it's awesome to go in. I know they would love for me to bring the crew in there. Yeah, you know what, Justin, let me notepad your name real quick, dude, and I'll message him and say, hey, he wants. I'll see if he'll give you like a month free or something on it. I'm sure he would if I asked him as a favor. You know what I mean? A Nimoy trial if possible. All right, I wrote a little note, dude, and I'll see what I can do. TJ Lucas, isn't TA useless if the stock is always being manipulated? You know, I think there's some truth in that statement. I think that there's still a lot of normal traders that trade all kinds of securities every day that still use this as a tool to help them make the most educated decisions. So there's data that you can take from it. I don't like, it doesn't mean everything. Like, just because all this shit is lining up doesn't mean anything, right? And so I understand that. But you also can look, and sometimes history does repeat itself, right? And history tells me that when I look at this on a daily level, that when Vortex is crossing over, when CCI is fucking breaking through, we've got good price action. So, you know, it'll be, history will be proven wrong if we do not run here, in my opinion. And I don't know. Like I said, it could be fucking $1, it could be $1 million, who knows? Steven, I've spent a lot of time in Little Darlings. A lot. In fact, I was trying to be a white knight one night, all drunk, thinking I was all funny, but not funny, actually, like seriously angry, but like just a fool. I shouldn't even have cared. Let the bouncers handle this. But there were some dudes in there that came in and they were throwing quarters at the strippers. Me, I like thought I was fucking Mr. Macho, swung a chair around, like didn't hit anybody or anything, just made it, you know, tried to get loud and shit. We all ended up getting kicked the fuck out. It was bad. Don't mess with the strippers. You know, it wouldn't surprise me, man. Look, Rhiannon, there's like, you know, like, and this is like common knowledge, like even like I'll talk to my parents when I call or talk to my mom or dad, and I'm like, you know, hey, what's, you know, or even the last time I was at a family outing, which is like Christmas Eve, like my family members, like my aunts and uncles that don't even really follow the markets, like had heard of BlackRock and them buying up real estate just from like the MSN that they watch every day, right? So I'm assuming that a lot of the properties that BlackRock and shit all owns is probably heavily tied into Evergrande and what they got going on. So yeah, Steven, legit quarters. They were fucking throwing them at the strippers. You know, like I said, I don't know. For me, Rhiannon, everything that you're saying makes sense. I get it, and I believe that that's the way it should be. But I just feel like, you know, it's going to be very difficult for all of that to happen. I just find themselves finding other props and other props and other props. And I don't think, I'm not the subscriber that the economy needs to collapse for AMC to squeeze either, you know? So that maybe is where my views differ a little bit from some of the others. Yeah, Highway Frog, I agree. I hope it's not war as well. 100%. So I appreciate you guys spending your Friday nights with me. It's been cool chatting with you guys all, just fucking hanging out. There's so many good guys that are in the space right now. You guys have such a big selection. I'm waiting. I messaged Bigums because I've got some banger shit for you guys. But that's going to be a video, especially because I'm playing copyrighted music. So this video is going to, once it's done, it's going to be gone, right? And I don't want what I have to show you guys to be actual gone. But it's a fucking hitter. There's some really good stuff. J Beebs, yes. I think, well, I know we're going to have some good earnings too. All of that could help too, leading up to where we're at. I haven't really spent a whole lot of time looking at the options chain right now. I know there was yesterday some $172,000 somebody spent on $30 calls. I want to say maybe it was 35, and they were less than 30 days out. Yeah, hint. I mean, I could tell you that it has to do with ISDA and the repo markets and the treasury, and how potentially there's going to be what is happening right now. There is six recommendations right now being proposed to address those things, so it won't exist in the way that we know right now in terms of repo, and hopefully won't be used as a vessel in terms to, you know, do nefarious shit like it currently is. Andrew, that's what I'm referencing right now. I need Bigums when he's around. I want to do it with him. I owe him that courtesy. We spent a lot of time working on it together. So he has a wife that he probably loves very much and doesn't want to piss off. So I think I'm waiting for him. Yeah, Don, there's a lot of that shit. So that great reset, everything that's kind of entails in that is, we believe that the guys that are involved with ISDA, the major players in ISDA, are the guys that created those things, right? Edward, to answer your question, do I think that they're going to do that and restrict it? No, I don't. And if it did happen, the majority of us refuse to sell. What can actually happen? Shit, I don't know. That's a good question, man. I really, I don't see them restricting the price or anything. See, this is another thing that you guys have to remember, and I don't want to piss you guys off, but like, I talked about this yesterday. Like, we all know each other. Like, everybody that are like apes that are like on fucking Twitter, you know, on YouTube, are fucking in the Discords, are everywhere, right? That are kind of the people that we rub shoulders with. I know I don't waver. Like, I know your conviction is not going to be wavered, right? You guys are all going to be riders. But the people that I worry about are people that like invested in AMC. Like, these are literally people that I know. These are like true stories. Like, I have friends of my father that literally my dad will tell them that I have a YouTube channel, and they'll go and watch a couple of videos and they'll go buy AMC, right? But maybe off one or two videos. Like, you guys, the people that are in here are probably the people that are watching every video, looking at every tweet. Like, you guys know what the fuck's up. So it's the people like my dad's friend or who I'm worried about when this shit really starts popping off. Brendan, what's going on? When rips, I don't know. I'm hoping with what I'm seeing here, it looks like there's, well, like I said, I'm a broken record, but history tells us that when all these things match up that are pretty much in the purple boxes, well, the below boxes, you see what happens in the top boxes in positive price action. And all that shit's lining up. And then my actual AI is alerting me of a buy leap call, which is very rare. So that's pretty exciting. Yeah, I got you. It really does fit, Beebs. It literally, everything you just stated is pretty much, I mean, all of those things are lining up. And like I said, the one thing that differs, I guess, right? So looking at the chart that I have up, guys, the one, I guess, biggest difference out of all these, because these are all look very, the purple boxes I'm talking about, in terms of what happens, we do need the volume to pump. We need some fucking volume. That's the only, like, difference that I see here. Because everything else is lining up like spot the fuck on. You know, but I guess the run up to 72 had the most volume, but even these other spikes didn't have much volume. So we could see something like that. But what I'm looking for is a fucking, another June run up, you know? But the last real run we had was started on the 12th of October, guys. And that was short-lived. It was like 4 or 5 days, and then we pretty much gave it all back. And then before that, which was an even nicer run, was around the 23rd of August, which is my birthday, which is nice. That's all I asked for this year, or last year. AMC Moon, I mean, to be honest with you, I don't know. Like, I was looking at Vanguard shit, and like with how much shares that are being lent out by these institutions, they probably did lend out day one. They may not have them to share. They may have to recall these motherfuckers back, or if they're still selling shares while all those are lent out, they're holding, which is I think like 41 million shares. You know, they probably have synthetics as well. So at that point, it's like when you're trading synthetics, this is what, in my mind, and I could be wrong about this, it doesn't matter if it was 50 million or 100 million, they're all fucking fake. In order to make another one, you got to fake another one. So until some sort of like something comes from that, some sort of fucking negative repercussion, it's just, it is what it is. But I'm just wondering, because a lot of these institutions, like I said, BlackRock and Vanguard, a huge part of their business is the lending markets, guys. So they're lending out as much as they can. In fact, like I talked about this yesterday, sometimes they want to lend these shares out so bad that they'll even give a rebate on it. You know what I mean? To the person that's actually taking the other side of that loan. So I'm just saying, if they loaned all that shit out, it's hard for them to sell those shares unless they call them back. Which I guess we'll find out in the filings, you know. But the filing that I read yesterday, the 13G... it's not an F, it was a 13G. You have to file when you own 5% more of a company, 5% or more of the outstanding shares. And Vanguard had to fill one out. They own 9.1% of the overall float for AMC. I'm excited. I'm hoping Bigums gets me tonight. We could do it. Although if we did it tonight, I probably wouldn't upload it until the morning, just because I want more eyes on it. And sometimes like the YouTube algorithm is fucking wonky, guys. But this is the shit I think that you guys are gonna like. I don't know if you guys are in here, how many of you have seen the first is the video that Bigums and I did together? And did you feel like you gained some fucking value on what's kind of going on and how some of these bigger players are playing the game? Yeah, so Moon, back to 47 mil. Yeah, and that's back to the thing, though. It's hard to determine exactly what type of lending is going on, how much is being lended exactly from each institution. But I would imagine that they are lending those shares, and depending on what the person is doing with those shares that they lent them to, that's another whole other part of the thing, right? Because they may say, what if AMC rips and they want to sell their shares, but they're all lent out, and they're like, okay, well, we need our shares back. and they don't got nothing, right? You see what happens. Like that's in itself is what's gonna happen, right? So that wouldn't be that's like a bad thing if it forced a recall on that end if they decided they want to dump. But we should brace ourselves in account that these big institutions are going to dump on the way up. They're not going to hold the same way that we are, and that's just facts. Shit, guys, I want to take another hit. My lighter just ran out. I have another one in the living room. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab another lighter. All right, sorry about that. Okay, seen it. Okay, there's a lot of guys that seen it. That's cool. That's cool. I'm glad that you guys learned something. This is a little bit more related towards kind of the fuckery that's going on. This more videos. We kind of introduced you to Izza, and now we're kind of showing you. I guess that we introduced you to the dark side of Izza, and now we're going to show you how possibly there could be a good side to them that could work out really well in our favor. The only unfortunate part is that none of this shit could even be decided on until March. So, and then who knows how long after that to get approved, but we are making a difference. Yep, 100%, Uncle Savage. I agree with what you just said wholeheartedly. Also, that's another thing with all these ISDA contracts, and kind of has to go with the video that Bigums and I are making, is that because a lot of these are just like handshake deals between two major fucking banks or institutions, that the way that things work is like they can get away with a lot of shit because nobody's looking at it. It's like a handshake deal between just them two. And what we're going to talk about has to deal with the fact that there might be a third hand in that cookie jar. Uncle Savage, I think it's both. I think it's big banks for sure. I know it is. You're right, 100%. I think market makers are even a bigger role. Hedge funds being at the bottom of that. But when people think about Citadel, I think they understand that, hey, they're market making, they're a hedge fund. I mean, we look at them more of like as an entity. But the banks are a major responsible player for what's going on. And they don't want to get left with all this shit either. So you have to remember that if everybody's fighting, right, these guys are they're going to lose their nails clawing into the ground to not have this happen to them, right? To not lose this war. So you have all these different people that have, for years and years, have been stealing from normal people like you and I. They're going to do everything they can to figure out a way. And that's what we're seeing right now with going through this for a fucking year and having to deal with all this bullshit. We're seeing them draw cards, you know? Hey, what's going on? Long time no see. I hope everything is well with you. Another drink. Told you guys I'm gonna get all buzzed up. Justin, 100%. Everybody's it's one big giant game of hot potato. Cheers, guys. Whew. Oh, Stacia, sorry, butchered your name. I had a hard time reading your message at first because everything was so spaced out. Appreciate you coming in here and hanging out with me. All love, all love. But at the end of the day, guys, we know what we've got, right? Not to sound all motivational and shit, but we know what we got. We've already been through the ringer. It's a matter of time. And like I said, I don't know if this is going to be the squeeze, but I'm staring at positive price action right in the face right now looking at this chart. I'm going to be pretty disappointed in myself if I get this wrong. Don, I've actually been somebody that my friends used to all do it in high school and shit, and a little bit even past high school. And I don't know why I don't like shit. Like, I've tried coke and I'm just like, made my heart race. I don't like shit that simulates my heart like that. I'm much more of I like to slow down and sink into the couch. J Beebs, yeah, I like Kiss. Yo, I'm sure you seen my poster. I like Kiss. They were like a childhood favorite of mine. Not that I'm old, but I just was really into them. No, I haven't heard that. I'm gonna have to look into that. I'm gonna write that in my notes too. I did not know that. Morgan Stanley. Yeah, man. Sometimes too, like when you dig into all these filings and shit, not even so much filings, but just researching, it's like I was never a huge, never was a big guy that loved reading or anything, so I had to find a love for it, you know? I don't think it's a God of War. It's just a secret lab. Maybe it is. I don't know. Just a secret labs, or unless it's reference to something else. Do you guys pay attention to how many of you guys are Unusual Wells users in here, or even know about it? I'm gonna do a video, I think, on my filters that I use to find options that look like they're gonna be bangers. What do I think about DRS? Well, I don't know. It's just you're at the will of the foreign company that you're putting your money with too. I don't know. They're just, to me, I haven't done a whole lot of research for them just because of that fact alone. I am drinking Tito's, and it's like, you know, not the best vodka, but it gets the job done. Maria, how are you? It's the same Maria I'm thinking of. I have like a new they updated the streaming platform so the chat looks way different. I used to be able to just tell by the way people's like capital letters and lowercase letters and shit in their name was, but Brendan, when I first started in AMC, it was like that. Like I was finding myself up when I first got into AMC, I was finding myself up at like 4 in the morning, you know, watching all through pre-market, getting ready for the market to open. Now, I'll be honest with you, the truth is like I'm like, I love doing it, but I like the break, especially that I've been trading a little bit more outside of just AMC, trying to build my bankroll. I have learned that seconds matter, and so when people say trading is an actual hard fucking job, and I'm by no means a professional trader or anything like that, but just on my very amateur level, that shit, you need to be on your game. But I'm feeling good right now, to be honest with you. Like I said, I haven't been drinking at all really for almost a month. So this is my first time breaking in, and I'm buzzed up. Hassan says, you look like you could play drums for Incubus, bro. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. Probably a good thing, I guess. Depends on what the music the girl likes. I think that this, let me see here. For some, oh no, it's not this band. One of these bands is their lead singer is of Slipknot. I want to say that's called Stone Sour or something like that. GS says, hey Randall, would you be interested in talking to someone that is quantifiable evidence of what drove AMC and GME to their all-time highs? Of course. You can hit me up on Twitter, and we could definitely chat about that. I trade with True Trading Group. Okay, I've actually never heard of them. I've learned a lot of stuff is from the Black Box Stocks group. Okay, that's number one. That's another service. Like I actually switched to Unusual Wells, but Black Box is really good. I originally started using them for their dark pool prints. There's a lot of different tools for that shit now, but they have a very, very good Discord, and some of the data that they release, like these guys are spending hours and hours and hours building their custom shit, like on off-market hours. So there's just guys that are really passionate. So I learned a lot in that Discord, although you have to be a subscriber to the service. You know, my buddy Josh on Twitter, he runs a trading group called Lucid Trading. They do a lot of really good stuff in there that I could personally see. Then I've heard good stuff about another Twitter guy, JP Merckx. I've heard that he's got a pretty good trading group. I think they only trade the SPY exclusively, but I know a lot of us are in here AMC only and don't want to hear anything about anything else, but I've learned to kind of like the idea of being able to make money to build my position on AMC, so that when this thing pops off, like the shit that I actually do have conviction on, I can add to that bag. All right, yeah, Highway Frog, buying and holding is the easiest route. Yeah, 100% is, for sure. I've only watched one Al from Boston video, but I know a lot of people really enjoy him. Maybe I should actually spend some more time to watch some of his videos. I've been watching a lot of Lou's videos lately just because he's been pumping them out so much. They literally just come up in my recommended shit. I fell asleep, I think, with one of them. Not in a bad way. I don't mean it like that, but I was laying in my bed just watching shit, and I think I went through his whole damn playlist probably over a couple hours, just passed out. You know who's another guy, actually, if you want to talk about people that are streaming daily that are actually, like, trading, not so much just talking just AMC on Twitch, I like Hold Nuts. I like to hear he's got some smart people in his Discord. Some of them don't know what the fuck they're talking about, I feel like, but then other ones I feel like are really smart. So I've learned a lot from him too, and his name is literally Hold Nuts. Don, so I've been destroyed like 4 times on literally all my shit that's separate from AMC. Like in the past year, I've seen, like, I'm talking, you know, good gains, and then watch them drop to below my first deposit when I first started all this shit, like a few times. Like I've been through the fucking ringer. Hassan, that's the easiest route for me, like for people to do if you're not interested in being learning about the markets and you just want to partake in this, once in a lifetime event. I think that that's the route for sure. And learn along the way if you want to. Kane Capital, I haven't heard about that one, Justin. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you want to, I understand if you don't want to participate in the markets, but if you want to participate in the markets right now, it's never been a better time outside of like the like obvious shit, how like we're getting fucked, but in terms of resources and education, oh my God, it's crazy how fast you can learn right now. Okay, so his name's the Inverse. It's not really him. It's a different guy. They just made like a play on the name. I think that the people that have went aggressively irresponsible with their fucking charts, or not charts, with their shorts, are going to be left in the dust. I think there's people that might survive that didn't go fucking crazy and went over aggressive, but the people that doubled, tripled, and quadrupled down are gonna pay. Onion helmet. Right now, I'm fine because I bought in at around like $8. But it's sad that we're not sad, but it's just we've been attacked for quite some time to get to where we are right now. And I learned a lot along the way. I should have made some different plays. I would have been able to definitely increase my position. And people on YouTube, because I'm dual streaming right now on Twitch as well. I have some Twitch questions coming in as well. Learned more in this past year than I would have gotten in an economics degree in college. That's really great, man. Like I said, if you're hungry for the knowledge and you are interested in learning and you want to, I think there's no better time. And like I said, it doesn't even have to be to go and learn about a play because of AMC. It could just, if you're interested in the markets and making money in the markets in the future, whether it's going to be, you playing options, you playing equities, whatever down the line you choose, you can learn how to fucking do it. Jamie, is that what you're playing right now? Like, those are all your holdings? You're pretty much memed out. And I love that shit, to be honest. Onion, the reason I'm buying is because I believe the stock's heavily shorted. And I think there's millions, if not billions, of synthetics that are floating around that are being naked shorted, and pounding the stock down. I think 10 years ago, 15 years ago, this is how they got away with destroying companies. And I think the mass being, retail investors have kind of caught on to how the game works. And we're going to try and do everything we can to make sure that shit don't happen. And I believe that we will. So, putting my money where my mouth is, that's the reason I'm buying. Yeah, hard-headed. Yep, I said this earlier. If I wanted to, like, the squeeze could take, and I know not everybody shares this view, but I mean, it could take 5 years, because I've learned a wealth right now where I'll be able to make money in these markets during the whole process. Do I want to share my call? No, I don't. Mainly because I just don't want to influence people. I feel like I was even debating if I should even leave the alert up there because I don't want people to just go flock and start buying calls. Jay Beebs, you take it easy, man. Salute you, partner. Yeah, David, 100%. Him coming out and saying that, and literally, I mean, he didn't address it 100%, but him even talking about short sellers. Onion, everything I said about AMC, I tend to believe with GameStop as well. I think it's a company that was taken advantage of and irresponsibly shorted. And I believe that both of them are going to have their day. GameStop, again, was the first one that was figured it out. And like I said, that's why I think everybody, doesn't matter what stock you believe in, has so much respect for Roaring Kitty, because he kind of unlifted the veil. Are we going to go through every ticker, Bed Bath & Beyond? No. Here's the thing, man. What I just said about those also applies to the majority of, I don't want to say every meme stock, but those major names that were heavily shorted, that were basically taken advantage of during COVID, I think is important to understand that all those companies all share some sort of link with each other. I feel like I have, but I can't remember exactly which one that is. I watched so many Wall Street movies like throughout last year. Fuck, I just had the name of the one. They did a movie. It's called The Mockingbird Project. If you guys haven't seen that one, it's really, really, really good. It's like a story kind of about the Flash Boys and how dark pools work and how milliseconds matter when it comes to trading. And it's fucking good if you haven't seen it. It's the Mockingbird Project. And it's like a legit feature film. If the shorts know by now they are pretty fucked up, why haven't they made the first call, like first cover, probably have another day to live? It's somebody stopping them to do so? No, you gotta remember, man, if you're playing to win, they may not believe that they're done yet. It's like they're like a tripod. We're in the process of taking out legs right now. They may not really believe. They know the severity of the situation, and it could be a lot of things that have happened in the past where they've been able to kind of finagle and buy their ways out of things, or having such a huge position, having fucking, if we're talking about a specific hedge fund, which I think that we are, they've got political ties. There's all these different things. It's kind of they think that they might, they're above the law kind of thing. And so eventually it just comes crashing down. The Hummingbird Project. I believe that's what it's called. The Hummingbird something. If it's not the project, but I think that's what it is. Hassan, this is maybe where I differ from a couple other people too. I don't know how personal it is. I don't think that maybe like Citadel employees are, just because of the shit that we've done, flying banners like these fucking guys. But like, let's say other funds that are short, or other market makers that are doing the same shit. I don't think they're sitting around like, oh, fucking retail and fucking, I think all they see is dollar signs with us. So until they start seeing a negative blip, which some of them have, and some of them have crumbled. But until all of them are seeing that negative red fucking, you know, check mark on their ledger, that's how we're really gonna fucking hurt them. And that's how we beat them. They're not, I don't think they're like, fuck these guys, we want to like crush them. They just think of us as free money. So when we turn off the free money stream is when they're gonna fucking realize. Hardheaded, it was good. I watched that with my pops. It was a good one. Dude, it's Friday night, you know, a little bit later on the East Coast, but shit, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me, guys and girls. Yeah, 100%. And so, so does this make me evil? This is honest to God truth. I said this yesterday too. I don't think that when you got into this, you got in it to, like, if you're going to work for a hedge fund, let's say, right? Like if you're like, oh, my goal is to go to college and get my degree in finance, and, you know, I want to go and work at a hedge fund and make millions of dollars, right? But I still don't think that you are going in there thinking, you're like, oh, I'm just going to go, you know, work the stock market and use my knowledge. I don't think you're thinking like, oh, I'm going to go in there and fucking short companies, make fucking bankrupt them, make all their employees lose their, like, the money is what turns you after a while. I think you get a little bit of it and you just fucking get greedier and fucking greedier. And so it just turns a person. Brian, what's going on, man? Yeah, dude, it's been a little while. Like I said, I'm just, I'm out here fucking looking at this chart. Everything's looking good right now for, I'm not going to say the squeeze, but it looks like we'll have a run. Onion Heart says, shorting more than 100% of a stock is irresponsible. Don't you think these companies were shorted because of their poor operating performance? I think some of them, but, you know, you have to kind of take into account the timing of the situation with like COVID and everything that was going on. So companies that may have been hurting, but their hurting was, you know, minimal. It was like, you know, they could have limped through. They could have made adjustments, started optimizing, as opposed to having like somebody's fucking foot on your chest, right? And I think that both GameStop and AMC were both in that situation. And so both of them, I think, are going to have to innovate, which I think GameStop is doing. I think AMC is almost there. I think they are trying a lot of different things, you know, the willingness from the CEO, the fact that he's open to doing NFTs, a lot of different things like that, makes me feel like their head is in the right spot. They're willing to innovate, which is what I think is going to be needed to continue to climb forward, like up and up, and not progress. Like, because remember, you know, retail investors are a lot of the backbone of AMC right now in terms of, you know, market value. And so with that being said, I just think that, so yes, the companies were performing poorly, but they were given second life to innovate and change their business for the better. I hope that answers your question. And a better question is, because you said shorting more than 100% of a stock is irresponsible. And my question is, why should that even be fucking allowed? You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't make sense either. Or if you're going to allow that, at least let it be known, make it transparent, right? Make the settlement time 0 fucking days, you know, and let it hit the tape so everybody can see. You know what I mean? If that's how you feel, and let it be like a straight up fair fight. And I understand there's a lot of mechanics in the market that prevent that from happening, but it's like, you know, there has to be fucking balance, dude. It can't be all one side. Like, if you're going to give superpowers to fucking funds and market makers here, then you got to give superpower to the fucking retailers here. You know, some counters. And that's really what it comes down to me. And like, it's those things. So I think it's a lot of like little, maybe, I don't want to say trivial because that's not the word for it, but there's a lot of little things like that I feel like that add up to a much larger issue. And it's never been about AMC and, well, I mean, it is, but this has happened to companies before. When you look at Toys R Us, when you look at fucking Sears, those companies, all, like I said, I agree with you that some of them were having operational issues where they're not able to continue being profitable, and what happens with that, if stocks go down. But a lot of times, it's like a slow bleed. It's not something that just is slammed on you. And I think that COVID really accelerated some of those things. Then, and then banks and everybody, they got money to sort of prop up the economy, and instead what they did is they just went and fucking shorted everything. So there's got to be some responsibility in those actions too, I think. Kyle says UC Vanguard picked up something like 40 million shares. I think that they've had like 41 million shares since like July. I'll have to look at my BAM SEC, which is like a SEC reporting tool that I use to check that out. And like I said, all this shit is, the fact that we're having this discussion, guys, is like pretty impressive in itself. Like, we're sitting here fucking talking about overshorting a company by 100%, settlement time, synthetic shares. Like, who would have fucking thought? Like, for real. It's honestly nuts. And the fact that there's fucking almost 100 other people in here talking about it, listening as well. Honestly crazy. You know what it is though, is they just let him, they let it go too far out of control. And I don't know how, this is something that we, I should look into, we could look into, and I'll make sure that I make a note of this too, is like, how well funded is the SEC? How many employees work there? Like, how many people at a certain given time could be working on a case? That's something I've never looked into, because maybe it's an issue with them being neglected as well. I don't know. When Lambo, I hope soon, Dad. Dude, I need a fucking, like, I want me, like, a 99 banana yellow old school Diablo. And I'll put it in the showroom in my new mansion. If they dump the shares, will they stop the MOS? No, I don't believe so. I think I think there's that many synthetics out there that they have to buy back. But you should, I said this earlier, you should probably already prepare that institutions are going to drop off and sell what they have. You need to remember too that these institutions, a huge part of their business is lending. So you need to consider how many shares they've lended them out, who they've lended them out to, right? And what those people that borrow the shares, what they did with them. Will they be able to give the shares back if these institutions recall them? Because remember, that's the securities lending is a huge profitable business, more than them just waiting to fucking sell their shares, right? Like when something's moving and they want to collect their profits, they make money passively by lending. Onion, the problem, AMC has all the debt it issued at high interest rates. GameStop has paid their debt down. So yeah, so and I get so I know where you're at. It seemed like, just based off your comments, and this is not a bad thing, brother, I could tell that you're probably really pro AMC. I almost felt like you wanted to come and talk shit on AMC at first, but I think that we're kind of like seeing eye to eye on a couple things. But AMC's, like I said, their earnings, I think, are going to keep going up. I think it's proven that people want to get back to the movies. GameStop, are doing some things to increase their revenue, but how are they going to compete with the likes of like OpenSea, Looks Rare, like all these other Nifty, all these other NFT exchanges? Like, why is everybody that's actually actively already in the NFT space, like trading, millions and millions of dollars daily, why are they all of a sudden going to swap and turns GameStop's, marketplace into this $1 billion moneymaker? Or do you believe that GameStop's business model is is better than AMC's by selling what they sell? Or are they doing what we talked about, just 5 minutes ago, actually like innovating and putting new things into their business? Because I think both of them are in the process of doing that. So before we jump to any sort of conclusions, we should just wait and see what the companies do. I think both CEOs are smart enough to understand what's going on with their companies, and we should just let it play out. Look, a year's been a long time. A year and almost a year and a month now is a long time, but it ain't that long. So let's just see what happens. I think they're both going to be working towards innovations. Like I said, AMC's working on, we've heard stories of them refinancing their debt, working on better interest rates. The company's doing well. There's a backlog of fucking movies that's probably as far as the eye can see, all of bangers. Those are all going to help. And look, since COVID's opened up, we've had record breaker. And you also have to understand the cost to run, too. The market caps are just so much different, too. Like I said, they're applied under the same rules right now in terms of what's happened. Like, the same shit has happened. They've been irresponsibly overshorted. And there's been a lot of fucking bullshit nonsense that I'm sure you agree, right? Because you're talking about GameStop. So you and I are the same, brother. No need. There's no need to, and like I said, you weren't talking shit, but I could just, it's just one of those things I'm sensing. I think we're both in good spots. I believe that about the people that believe that about Beyond, Bed Bath & Beyond, and anything else that was at that time that was, like I said, that was shorted to the fucking ground. And like I said, well, not like I said, actually, there's been people saying this too. There is no, Uncle Savage said this earlier, there's no, shorting is not a bad thing. In fact, in some cases, it's healthy for the market, right? And a lot of cases, but when it's used irresponsibly and aggressively, and there's a lot of things that, small other components that can be fucking triggered and used also, just not a good thing for any company. And it shouldn't be allowed. And like I said, it's not just AMC, it's not GameStop. That's what our champions are right now. But this should not happen to any fucking company. Found out there's an AMC. I wish so. There's one. Actually, there might be two here. Where I lived in Las Vegas, they were all over. I don't know if they are now, actually, but there's probably fucking 8 or 9 of them at one point. Copacetic. Onion Helmet, you still there, bud? The guy that I'm talking to about GameStop, oh, there he is. He just responded. I think GameStop has to innovate. It's required. Right now, GameStop obviously operates better than AMC because, again, they're not worrying about all the future bonds. If these distressed companies make it out, it'll be better for everyone, employees, customers, fans, investors, etc., etc. Agreed. Like I said, I think that we're much closer in our views than we are different. You have to remember, man, AMC has survived wars, right? It's been around for over 100 years, dude. It's seen some shit, right? And so this is just going to be another thing for AMC. Again, I think that the company was not in a great position when all of this shorting started. I'm sure the intern or the analyst, or whoever the fuck it was that found out, that was going through AMC's books and was like, holy shit, boss, we can short this, we're gonna make million. That dude was probably a fucking hero and was probably a really smart play at that time when they crossed the line of being irresponsible with it and doing shit that you should, if you have a conscience, should feel morally convicted about. When you started crossing those lines, that's when you deserve what happens to you, and that's what happens. That's why squeezes exist, because people get fucking, they go too hard, dude. And so I think that that's going to happen with both. I think that both companies need to innovate. I think the movies survive. I'm betting on the movies.
And when I say betting on movies, it's not even just AMC. I think a lot of these companies will, or AMC will buy all of them up, and there will be movie theaters. The same way there will always be video games, you know? You can watch movies at home, but it's still not quite the same experience. You know, optimizing and innovating. So optimizing the business model. You know, I'm sure that the teams at AMC could, in terms of like how much data they take, maybe they do, maybe they don't. Like, what type of consumers they get in, like male to female ratio. What are the age groups that they can, assess maybe under 13 because tickets for under 13, all that type of shit, and start optimizing for different things around a funnel as entering an AMC as well. Getting into the popcorn business, which really ties them in nicely, regardless of what's going on with online or streaming from your television or whatever. At least you'll be relevant. A lot of people still like eating popcorn on their fucking couch. Brandon, you take it easy. Have a nice night. Appreciate you for coming by and chat with me. There could be, and I would love to see something like that if GameStop did something in the esports realm. I think it would be cool for AMC to serve as like a venue. There's probably so many different things that you could really do or partnership, but I don't think one or the other needs each other for what's going to happen either. I don't think they need to combine. I think that would be great, and I think it's a really thoughtful idea, but I don't think it's needed. Do you get what I'm saying? I just think that fundamentally what's happened to these companies is it's black and white to me. It's like, yo, you short a company out of existence to where it's 100% times over and over and over. You introduce synthetic shares. You introduce things with we talked about with, is the contracts, flex options. So custom dated, custom striked, you're doing married puts, you're doing all these different things. I just think all those things alone eventually lead to a disastrous end, regardless of partnerships or anything. Now, I love the idea of that being a catalyst, but I think there's so many already. All right, guys, I don't know. I said I was going to stay till 9:30. I probably could go to 10 if you guys want me to, but I'm going to go out front and I'm going to take a couple of drags off a cigarette real quick because I don't smoke in the house. So if some of you guys drop off, I will understand, but I'll be less than 3 minutes. Be right back.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Yeah, sorry for the out of the blue streams, I should say, because I did one yesterday, guys. I just miss y'all. Brian, I agree. Like I said, I don't think that AMC's business model was perfect. I think they were overpaying for quite a bit of in real estate and leases and things they didn't need to be, especially low performing places. So I think shredding some fat there was a good thing, although unfortunate for people that worked at those, venues. But I think that was just a start. I do think they need to innovate. I think there has to be some sort of deals, like I said, but branching into, sports, UFC fights, things like that. I think they're all really, really, really good shit, dude. Pretty buzzed up. I miss you too, man. I miss you too, buddy. I haven't gone anywhere, really. I mean, I've been here, guys. For me, it's just been about, I just felt like I don't want to be talking about the same shit that everybody else is talking about, you know what I mean? And so that's generally when I make videos, is when I find fresh shit. I had some pretty good positive feedback. I found all the NFTs for the Spider-Man shit before it was revealed, so that was pretty cool. Yes, Hassan, 100%. I think that they were literally gifted. They were gifted like a second life, dude. And so you would be an idiot not to take advantage of the opportunity, really. Really, 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 really. If you guys are still just coming in, this chart right here, people that have not been here, is just a lot of indicators lining up that are showing some real positive movement in my opinion. I got a leap call alert, which is pretty rare. I don't see those very often at all, at all. And so the fact that we got one on AMC of all stocks is perfect. I'm feeling like we might go up a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna probably, I don't know if the next video I do on the NFTs, I'm gonna teach people exactly what to do to go find the NFTs before they're released, so people actually know how to do it. Like any sports, you will always go to live sports or show. It's like the same thing. Yeah, but some people can't afford to go to fucking, afford to go to shows. I would love to go to the Chargers game, basically, every fucking Sunday, but it wouldn't, I'd go broke. You, Bigum's Astro Boss, and Baboon Ross. Okay, now I know who you're talking about, because his name wasn't that when we started, but it had to register with me. Or the real OGs. And you know what, man? I all of those guys have all put in the blood, sweat, and tears, legit, and a lot more. It's not just them. I appreciate anybody that's trying to educate and learn, right? Because that's really, to be honest with you guys, when I started this channel, it was never to come in here and be like, hey guys, this is what's happening. It was I wanted to document what I was learning as I was going, and it kind of is that, but it just really, I guess what it comes down to is all of you guys made this possible. Brian,
I 100% think that's the right approach. If you are feeling even the slightest bit uncomfortable of trading options, I would not do it. Trade the security. Learn that shit in and out, right? I promise you guys, like, I know it's a lot of times you'll get bold and like, oh, I could do it, I understand, and you're like, I read so much, but it's like, until you can like consistently make money trading securities, just normal equity, you will not, like, it'll be very difficult to succeed in options, right? And then I'd suggest after you mastered that, then still use like a paper trading account to play options. And obviously, like, I'm going against what I'm preaching because I've only been in this for a year, and I still feel like a year's not enough to learn all this. But, you know, I have a little bit, I'm not afraid to lose a little bit of money. It's not going to fucking destroy me or make sure, like, my family's not eating if I mess up on some, you know, trade or whatever because I'm trying to learn. And I don't know if everybody else can say that. So it's like, just make sure if you're going to do options, you have a really good understanding of what's going on. It's honestly the best advice I could give you. You'll learn because you got to understand that there's multiple factors that, like, out the gate, almost like you're playing at the Las Vegas casino. It's like you might always win, but you know the casino, like Las Vegas, wasn't built off winners. You know what I mean? And so you have to think that you're already playing in a system that's got a lot of different factors that are going to go against you, and understanding those factors is pretty critical. Intrinsic value. Yeah, you know what? That's Brian, so you don't, you're saying, I think you're saying you don't understand really how theta works. There's so many, listen, man, you could, and I'm not talking about like YouTubers or guys that are like me that love the stock and are just fucking doing the shit. I'm talking like real people that have been financial advisors before, where you could go learn some legitimate option trading and starting to understand the Greeks and how each of them, you know, work for you or against you. Uncle Savage, if you want to, go right ahead. So Hassan, you want to know what's crazy about that? Like, my work, like my actual day job, like we buy a lot of media, so we buy spots on, you know, Yahoo and fucking MSN and all these different websites. And to be able to present something that looks very official and clean, and this is a moneymaker for you and influence your decision, is not that difficult, right? And the same way, and a lot of these companies, because they own these big content networks like fucking Google or Yahoo or Bing, all of the sites that they kind of, that are in their search engine, people have the ability to go and put widgets and HTML snippets on their site to earn extra revenue. Well, you're actually basically saying, hey, now Google, you own this piece of real estate on my website, right? Like this little block, and they let people auction and bid to go pay on those. And all the sites, all the stock sites that we use there for our stock news are loaded with that shit. So to be able to inject ads and different kinds of shit, it would be so easy. David, I like what you just said. That was a good one. Extrinsic and extrinsic and intrinsic, I think is what you meant. What the stock is currently worth versus the potential for change. Decay means you're running out of time on that play. Less time is less opportunity to change, right? So that's why they say, if this will give you a good idea of, like, if you're going to go buy an option, like let's say today's the 11th, right? Well, here still on the West Coast. If you went and bought an option yesterday that expired today, you'd have 1 day to expiration, right? Theta is extremely against you. So every second, minute that's ticking by, you lose value on your, you know, whatever option you're playing. And now that's why some people will opt to buy, you know, farther dated out options. But the caveat to that is that you are going to pay a lot more because you have a lot more days till expiration. So people that are very good, what they'll try and do is, they'll, if you were insane, and I'm not at this level at all, if you knew what the fuck you're doing, you could, start buying, 0 or 1 day to expiration, little fucking quick in and outs. And a lot of people do that, but you have to have a really, 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 really good understanding of what's going on, and I think that if you have no clue, then you'll get your money took from you like you would get in like a bad neighborhood. I've gotten eaten up on some options before. I did make good. I had back, I think I bought these in February, around this time last year. I had bought 35 calls from AMC, $35 calls for March. And, or no, not March, September 17th. I bought March too, actually, but those are different ones. But the $35 calls, September 17th, I bought 7 of them. And I think that when I ended up, I didn't have the money to exercise, but it ended up being like $35,000. And I think my initial investment was less than $4,000. What did you expect to find? The thing about craps, though, Brian, well, at least in Las Vegas, that the dealers are okay and happy to teach you. So craps, the dealers it's one of those games where the dealer is actually allowed to help assist you in playing the game. Onion Helmet says, if anybody wants to really trade options, I'd probably recommend for them to read everything about them. There should be no gaps in knowledge. Then you can trade single contracts for a good few weeks or months to ease yourself. And yeah, that's pretty much, yeah, exactly. You should not, you should understand what options are, how they can be worked about them, how they are used, and different types of things like iron condors, straddles, there's a lot of ways that options can be worked on both sides by big players. So understanding on how all these things could be used, multi-leg options, things that attack you, and when you have a good understanding of those is when you can jump into them. But I would never advise options for somebody that's fresh to the market. And I'm Brian, I'm not trying to pound this in on you because you already said, hey, I'm not trading options. I don't feel comfortable. I'm just talking in a pure perspective. If you choose it, you do want to go and learn. I made some, I bought, when a firm crashed on, it wasn't yesterday, was it? It was the day before. When a firm crashed, I had, it, they had that fucking mistweet, and then the fucking stock just dumped. The second it got off halted, I bought $60 calls. I think the stock was at $43. It was within 10 seconds, it was 43% fucking banger. Probably wouldn't, I probably could have got to 80, but I seen 43% on my position. I'm I'm the fuck out. I mean, just quick on options. But see, there's, in a sense, my options portion of this is a little bit of, I consider it like a learning pool. I'll make a little bit more aggressive plays than I think I would if I were to go and deposit, $500,000 into the account. And you learn from experience. Like I said, I've been burned a couple times by jumping in sooner than I should have. David, 100%. I mean, when you fucking can learn them, they're good. I think that trading in itself is until you have a really good understanding, is probably usually either a zero sum or a negative game for people that that are not good at it, I should say. Because eventually people end up blowing up their accounts, or they go on a run and then they go on a fucking negative run. There's a lot of shit that goes into it. Hassan, thank you, man. I really appreciate the kind words. Yeah, True Demon is getting the respect he deserves. That fool's blown up. He's got I think I looked yesterday, I think he's got 35,000 fucking Twitter followers. Good for him. He puts in the work though. That's the thing. You know what? That's like, I guess I would say that's better than not having the funds and at least letting them completely expire worthless. At least you could be in a long position if you wanted to, or you could start selling covered calls or some shit if that happened to you. It would suck, but that's not the worst. Instead of them expiring just fucking worthless. 26 years invested in my retirement, all mutual funds, now retired, and have been buying stocks for about 6 years. Brian, good for you, man. That's awesome. I have, like I said, I tried to get my dad into it, and he's 60, he'll be 62 this month, I think. And he just, I couldn't even force him to look at it. Like, he has no interest in it at all. So I just try and be like, hey, Dad, buy this. And he'll do it, but... Oh, Mario, yep, those are all good guys. Those are all good guys. Rico Trades, I actually don't know. I've been told I need to watch him. I don't think I have. I think actually maybe I've seen one of his videos, but he was funny. And it seems like he knows his way around a chart. Yeah, so I'll be 33 in August, Brian. I'm trying to get him in on it. He's like, I can't look at this anytime I show him a chart. I just need to push a little bit harder. Yeah, 100% hard-headed. I mean, we were in a position right now when it comes to the markets and stuff, when people didn't know where to look. There wasn't, you know, an army of people seeking information, so... You know, when you have that happen and then people find information, they build tools on how to access it. It's literally like a fucking snowball, dude. It's happening. Yeah, I'm learning about them. I just ordered a book, David, on them. I hope it gets here in a couple days. I mean, I've read a lot on the internet, but... shit seems pretty interesting. It's so weird though, because anything that you try and learn, it's like it all seems great, and then you go and like I like to read both sides of everything. It's like same thing with Elliott wave theory. It's like you have so many people that fucking swear by it, and then you have people that are like, fuck this, I'd never trade, like, this thing's awful, it's fucking doesn't exist. So you have to really, I think, just try and gather information from as much as possible and just kind of try and mash it together. Cheers again, guys. There's this concert, Uncle Savage. It sounds like you probably like it because you're into this kind of music. Well, as I am as well. It's called When We Were Young. And it's got like pretty much every fucking major band from like the early 2000s. Getting hot in this motherfucker. Yeah, I pretty much like am weird. I like old 90s shit. Art, what's going on? We have so many good people involved. I mean, really, I do. Every time I read the chat, it's like every single one of you, I can, well, unless obviously you're like new, but I can think of our conversations. I can think of the type of, it's almost weird. I just know that if you're in here, you're a fucking ape. And so it gives me some sort of, I don't want to say I'm judging you guys, but it just gives me an idea of like you as a person, who you are, and you're a person that I like. Like, you have to be a certain type of person to be an ape and be in this thing for this fucking long. Hey, Savage, in that case, on the way, for I guess, let's hope that we squeeze before then so we can go. Because if we do, we'll hang out. We'll go buy a fucking VIP booth or some. We'll just hire a crane and we can just fucking hover over the crowd. David says, technical analysis is like religion. Just pick one and run with it. I agree. All of it at the end of the day, I think, really, with knowing how shit can be manipulated, really is, at the end of the day, is really just basically a gamble anyways. Everything else is just trying to hedge your gamble. That's interesting, Hassan. So you have, I don't know what field you're in. Maybe if you tell me, I completely forgot, but he says that sometimes it surprises me how big the AMC and GME community got. Can't tell you how many of my patients bring up stocks now, especially AMC and GME. It's wild. It's crazy. It really is, you know. And in my life, I've had both too. But, you know, it's like I've had people that have come up and like actually talk shit too. Like, not like on just AMC or just GME, like both, like just on meme stocks in general. It's so weird. Like, people are paying attention to the markets. It's honestly... It's good. It's good shit. We need eyes on it. Bell Biv, I'm not gonna bring out the bong. It's so dirty. I need to clean it. I just have this little fucking. It's pretty much almost as small as a Sneakatoke, but I love this fucker. It is a banger. Yeah, guys. So, like, I've been stressing because most of you guys in here are like people that fuck with me and like watch the majority of my videos, and I'm just thinking, like, I feel bad that I haven't been I actually feel guilty that I haven't been making as much content, but sometimes I'm gonna feel like I'm gonna get on here and be like, hey guys, like AMC, like we're all together, you know, da da da, and sometimes that's needed, and I can appreciate that. But I just feel like your time is, speaking of it with the song on and shit, but I just feel like your time is so valuable. So if I'm going to have you watch, you know, a 5-minute or a 10-minute video, and you guys have known some of my videos, I think were like an hour and 6 minutes on some of the interviews and shit. I just want to be giving you guys good stuff. Really. And I just feel like a lot of the shit that is like, that I'll find out, it's like, well, you guys heard about it fucking 5 hours ago on Twitter, and everybody's talking about it. Like, Taha, what's going on? Not good morning here, man. It's only 9:57 p.m. Uncle Savage, I haven't heard of Knock Loose, but I don't know what the hardcore scene looks like now, but when I was in high school and like I liked a band called Parkway Drive. There was another band called Amure, like Emmure. They were really big. There's a lot of different shit actually. Like we liked Day to Remember when they were like nobodies. Some of their harder shit, that was before they kind of got soft. I appreciate that, guys. Well, you know, when you say that, Brian, about like carrying and shit, it's because I actually have like, it's not even just my money. Like, I believe in this so much. Like, I've had anybody that I could talk to in my immediate family that can afford to put money in here, like, has done it. Like, I'm like, yo, You like, I'll show up to their house with a fucking my green screen and a fucking projector and a PowerPoint and shit. Like, I'm ready to go because I believe in it. I do. My voice speaks louder. It's probably because I have it up too loud. No, I'm just kidding. I know what you're saying. I appreciate it. He said, okay, I'm old. You're not old, dude. You ain't old. Age is just a fucking number anyways. You know, the people that are bitching are probably the people too, Bell, that are like, they just weren't expecting it to be that long, or you got them in before the rise to 72 and you're like, no, still hold, and they're like fucking, you know, now they look at it like, I should have sold at 72. I've got a couple of those people, but it's because I know, like, I know this shit's not, it's not going to stop at 72. None of you guys are old. Calm down. Just got wisdom. Need to bestow some on me. Make me feel younger. I can't believe I'm gonna be I'll be 33 in August. I felt like I was, and I'm sounding like an old person now, but I felt like I was 21, you know, fucking yesterday. Hey dude, Sharks, let's go. Sharks here checking in on the apes. Glad to see you guys sticking together. Hey, I hope the same for you. Really, I do. I appreciate you and whatever it is that you're seeing through. Like, if you're going to be doing commitment and you're going to be committing to some shit, all good. I appreciate you, man. Walking the dog, you were pissing or what? You had to get up and piss, and the dog's like, yo, I gotta piss too. You know what? They will, like I said, they're going to fight. They're going to fight until there's no fight left. I mean, that's just facts. Understanding that that's, like I said, like mentally preparing yourself that that's the battle that you're going to be on is the majority of the battle. Brian, we like the Golden Knights in this channel. Okay? Art, that's super sick. Your sister trusts you like that too. That's dope. For real, for real. And you know what? The thing is like, your family, like, you love each other and you want the best for your sister, probably like she wants the best for you, right? So if you thought it was a good idea for her to get out, you'd be like, yeah, sis, sorry, I fucked up here. Like, you need to get out, save your money. And the fact that you're not doing that pretty is telling of your conviction, which I think is shared across all true apes. Do I have brackets? No, I don't. Is that like some Adobe software? I just had to Google it. I don't know what that is. Or with braces. No, I don't have braces, like bracket braces, no. I'll tell him to be patient. Patience is the key, man. Patience is the key. I have, you know, I don't, Ryan, I'd love to, well, yeah, I believe that actually. But I think that if you want to send your theory to me on Twitter, I'd love to chat with you about it. That's a good idea there. That's what I'll say. Conan, not till we squeeze. I'm not cutting my hair until this motherfucker squeezes. At the end of this month, 50% of our wife and I investment in AMC will be over 1 year. Yeah, for lower. I mean, amen to that, brother. For real, for real. The tax significance of all of this, the longer. I mean, this is all shit we already all know. It's like I'm preaching to the goddamn choir right now. Is definitely a welcomed benefit, right? Hassan, yes, I have 4 years strong for sure too. Actually, one of the bands that is kind of not it's not hardcore, it's more of like a, I guess like a pop core band or whatever the fuck you would classify that as. I went down to visit my dad. This is probably like in 2010. I went to go visit him, and he has like a nice pool and shit in his backyard. He's got a pretty nice setup. And so I went down there, and I brought all my friends from Las Vegas to where he lives, and we went down there, and he had like some of his older friends there. Well, one of his buddies had like a hot, not like a hot, like I'm like probably like somebody that's like between 25 to 35 or 25 to 30, like younger girl. I mean, like a hot, like fucking 50-year-old dude. Like, oh my God, I would marry this chick. She was beautiful. And she was a little bit older. And, turns out her son was the manager for All Time Low. So the reason why we were going up there to visit my dad is we stopped by on the way up to a Warped Tour one year up in Ventura. And so we met this fool, or she was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna call my son. We met him. We got to meet the whole band. We got to have a steak and fucking like a ribeye dinner with fucking Suicide Silence, who was there, Muir, All Time Low, Green Day was there. I mean, it was fucking crazy. And that was all just like some dumbass luck, dude. Got to go all backstage and everything. Oh, that's what he was talking about, brackets? Like, what the fuck? That went way over my head. That's because I'm half a bottle into... Well, I didn't get a huge bottle of Tito's. I'm pretty fucked up. Like, what are you talking about? Braces? Or are you talking about the Adobe bracket program? My brackets are nothing. You can see on my screen right now where my alerts are. And I won't even, because I don't want to influence anybody, I won't even tell you the intentions of my alerts, but they're the orange darted bars. Bell, I agree. Trust funds are very good in a lot of cases. I mean, yeah, it was when I say dinner though, it's not like what you were thinking. It wasn't like some intimate setting. It was like we were all in like propped up tents basically, and there's this like they like lined up like vertically like 16 or 18 tables and then had caterers just fill the middle of the food. So it wasn't like I was sitting next to fucking Billy or anything like that. It was just like everybody was there, so we got to go though, and we got to get their autograph and shit. Dude, I like Bring the Horizon too, actually. They're a good band. I had no idea what the fuck he was talking about, Brian, when he said brackets. Shit. I was going to call my friend and tell him, like, you need to come pick me up. I told him, like, 9:30, he texted me. He's like, bro, you want me to come pick you up? Nah. Because I ain't going to be able to drive. And it's 10 now. He texted me again. I'm like, no. Just hanging out with the team right now, with the squad. I feel pretty wonderful right now. Literally, it's been so, and it's bad because I've been working out really hard in the gym for the past month, trying to put a little mass on your boy, you know. But I know tomorrow I'm gonna feel like shit. I've been doing this PPL shit and like doing the whole fucking calorie def, trying to lean bulk. Oh, okay, Hassan. Just because you said that, and there's like a specific song I like from Chiodos that I'll play right now. I love this song from them. Yeah, I'm trying to be in the zone. Like, to be honest, this is like since like January 3rd. But although, like, see what I'm. This is the thing. Like, I even got a smaller one. Went to the store. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get a full one. But I'm like, oh, I'm gonna just drink. But I'm almost killed this whole bottle. Like, I'm gonna be fucked up because I haven't drank since the 3rd. Oh well. He said, as I lie down, I like them. I mean, I got this playing right now, but this is a little bit different. It's not 90s shit that you're used to. Like, I've been kind of into like the 2000, I guess. Like, I don't even know what you classify this. Probably like emo, to be honest with you. I've been kind of vibing to that lately. Bro, you don't even know. I'll put on some like Tracy Chapman right now. I fuck with it. If I was gonna go like hard shit like that, it wouldn't be Slipknot. Kind of like the bands we were talking about earlier. I really like Parkway Drive. I like Immure, Day to Remember. I actually can play you. You guys want to hear some hardcore shit? I'm gonna watch the viewer count go like this right now because what I've learned is not many people. Where the fuck? Not many people like hardcore music. But I'll put on some shit for you guys real quick. I mean, it's not like... when I say hardcore, I mean still good music, too, in my opinion. I used to have a buddy, I'm not even kidding you guys, that used to fucking... his mom was like a doctor or something, like a nurse. And he would steal her shit and he would put like fucking... He would build casts like on his forearms, and he would put fucking like straight edge X's all over the side, and he'd go fucking mosh out and just crack the motherfucker. Dude, I used to get down to this shit so hard. You know what you just said, Savage? Actually, truth is, I know a lot of people that share that same story, bro. Like, I'm not even joking you. Not even kidding you. Like, she kind of does. She's kind of on the edge. She does have a beautiful voice. Okay, Hassan, that's a hard ass song. Also, R2D2. Ask a girl what my dick tastes like. Okay, so listen. I've been juicing, or not juicing, but I've been doing like, I've been on, well, because
I need to lose a little bit of body fat at first. That's what I thought. And then I talked to some of my friends that are like pretty well knowledgeable, like, fuck that. Just increase your calorie intake, stay under, like under 2,200, like get into like a maintenance zone. Fucking make sure you fucking load up on protein. And I have a really nice home gym. Like, just start loading up on the weight. So the past month I've been doing that. Like, I've gained 4 pounds already, and like you won't see it right now, but I can see it. Like, I know where my body was at. Like, I'm fitting to fucking get jacked. And I figure mine as well if I'm waiting on AMC to squeeze and shit. Let's go. Bell, I have not listened to this band probably since I was probably 5 or 6 years. I'm like, if you really want to know, I'll play you my fucking playlist right now. I'm probably gonna lose hella respect right now from some of the dudes in here. This is the first song on the playlist. This is the first one. Not rock or anything. No, she was talking about juicing. She did like a juice with she put turmeric in it, root, ginger. And I was saying that that's tight, and I wouldn't do any of the juicing shit. I don't know. I'm afraid of that stuff. But I'm one of my goals is to kind of roll out and get in shape a little bit. All right, this is like way too like. I need to go to something different, I guess, than the Goo Goo Dolls. I know some will like it, some will be like, what the fuck's this dude listening to? It's cool though. I love that you guys are vibing with me. So how many like are you guys let me get to know some of the viewers, right? Like, you guys got kids that are asleep right now that are chilling, and you guys are just at home, you'd cook dinner, you relaxing, like what are you guys doing? Families, single. We could do Foo Fighters, Brian. I love the Foo Fighters. Mexico's really close to me, Bell. I don't know though. I'd have to do some shit though. It's like, I trust what you're saying, but it's like, fuck, it still freaks me out, you know? I've been doing body weights. I've been lifting. Like, I got a full on, like, I have a Smith machine in my house. Like, I got the shit. I got, like, I should post it on Twitter one time, because I got a nice gym. Like, I could do shit that you would do in a gym. I have been. Okay, Conan, I see you. What'd you see? Hassan, wife, and kid are asleep. I'm on a call right now. So, okay, if you all of a sudden you need to go in and deliver a baby or something. Laying in bed, sitting up for occasional bong rips. I feel that. I honestly feel that so hard. My kid is awake at 1:20 a.m. about to put his Willcast to bed. He said it, all of a sudden, he's like, oh, son. Just nudged him in the head a little bit. Sorry, what happened? What's up, eye patch? Chilling, man. Look, I'm looking right in the eye. Just chilling. We're hanging out. I'm drinking. The chart looks fucking to me right now, so I'm just posted up, man. Cody, you take it easy, man. I appreciate you stopping by. Onion, thank you so much for the advice, brother. It was nice meeting you. Again, I hope that we see eye to eye on shit. I wasn't trying to be aggressive towards you. I really do appreciate you giving me your input. Take care.
Pam, I'm gonna have to go check that out. I have, like I said, I've been self-learning, and I was like, I feel like a little bit in a way. I used to wrestle in high school, and I was very good, but that was the best shape that I had ever been in. I wrestled all 4 years, and then I was probably in shape for a couple 2 years after that, and then I kind of just really started drinking a lot more beer and shit, like normal guys do and shit. So I realized that it's about time for me to kind of get back onto the fucking horse. Hey Art, I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Brian, they do me as well. And like I said, right now I'm completely breaking. I haven't had a soda since the 3rd of January, and now I'm having a Diet Pepsi, and I've drank probably, I guess somebody consider this a relapse, but, and I've had, this is almost, how much is this actually? Where's the ounces in this motherfucker? 375 milliliters, so I've almost drank all of it. So I'm totally breaking rules right now, but I'm celebrating. It was a really happy week for us. And you guys know me, I can get cockeyed drunk sometimes. And I see in my own eyes here, it looks like there's some bullish activity, some bullish price action ahead. Savage, that's what's up. I qualified. I never won state or anything like that. I also was really light in high school. I wrestled at 125 pounds. I took umbrella spins to the eye once, most painful moment in my life. Kicked out of the room waiting for doctor because guy got pepper sprayed. I turned to my wife and said, maybe I kick cop, get seen. That's probably true. That would be awful though. In your eye, fuck that, dude. This is a good song from fucking the Foo Fighters as well. And yeah, I've been growing the hair out. It's still in the awkward stage, you know, the locks, but I'm gonna let them roll. Yeah, I know. I honestly keep looking at it. I'm like, did that shit change? Literally, I'm not even kidding you. Just looking, literally, I'm like, oh, is there an extra green bar there? Like, it's happened like 3 or 4 times since I've been streaming. Yeah, I like, dude, I literally had such a good time with you guys tonight. I am cool. I didn't think that anybody was gonna really show up. I haven't streamed in a long time. I haven't made a video. You know, I do, like I said, when I get the info, I make it, but that could be far and few between. So I'm super happy to see you guys in here hanging. And I could do some more AMC talk shit too. I feel like that a lot of you guys are the AMC crowd, so you guys want to hear about stocks and like information, but I just kind of wanted to hang out with the crew. Corey. I wish we traded. I know the CBOE trades on 0-day settlement times now, though, for like futures and shit like that. Just something I was thinking about. Yeah, fuck that, dude. David, I do too, man. I really do. Everything that I'm telling you guys, what I see here is like, again, I'm not saying it's going to be the fucking squeeze, but we're going to get some positive price action. One more, fuck it. Oh, the eyes just get lower and lower. A lot of you guys have been in this play for so long. How many of you, and be honest, do all of you guys look at the chart at least once a day? Or are there any of you Like, you don't have to answer actually if you look at the chart once a day. Answer if you don't look at it. Like, maybe answer if you look at it every week. Is there anybody, or you guys all a bunch of fucking fiends? Sab, I'm or Seb, sorry. Welcome. I haven't seen you chatting in here, but yeah, I agree. Like, I put alerts. I'm not telling people really what my price targets are or anything, but let them know that I had alerts for prices that I was looking at. To the orange bars. I've seen it, Brian. You know, very interesting. You know, it's crazy that it's some old documents and shit. Do I think that it was some nefarious shit? Who knows, man? I could tell you that for how snowy and shit it was, that's kind of crazy. Like, that it burned up. Was it the shit that burned down, the documents and stuff? Was it shit that was of anything that was criminal? I don't know. But it's interesting nonetheless, for sure. I'm an AMC nympho as well. Savage says, I haven't opened my brokerage app for months. I just pop in to chill with the community every now and then. Oh, Brian, okay, so you're a retired firefighter. So I assume you've seen the footage and stuff of it, right? So you're telling me that some of it probably didn't look like copacetic, right? All right, so some of you guys still look at it. You know, some of you guys look at it every single day. All right. I look at it every single day, especially because I'm trading. But the AMC is probably my least looked at ticker as of late. I mean, it's not that I don't want to look at it, but it's just like I know where we're going and I know what's going on, and I'm just kind of letting it play out. You know, everybody, whether it's spreading knowledge on Twitter, you resharing somebody's tweet, you creating your own tweet, your own DD, whatever, everybody's got their effort. And I think as long as we're doing that, we're in a good spot. Bell, okay, you know what, I appreciate that insight. That doesn't, if that fire was going on for 3 days afterwards, 100% know that some shit could be going on there. But when you say paper and wood, it's like, you know, they probably had like servers in that building, like right, or something like that, right? How was all the documentation in paper? They didn't have just a million of fucking data drives, just fucking hard drives just chilling there. I don't know. I believe it could be possible. I just, honestly, I try not to pay attention to that shit because, you know what? I literally have no control over any of that, like, at all. Like, so my opinion and what my thought on what could be, because ultimately I will never know the truth, is like whatever. But I do think that it's weird that it happened to be one of those buildings. But do I think that it's like some crazy play? Who knows? I can't say it is or it isn't. Sprinklers work. I do agree. I think that if it was a... So here's what I think. Even if they were previous owners or whatever, whoever owned it previously, if they were some sort of financial institution, they would have probably taken the proper measures to make sure the building was set up correctly in the case of a fire. So the fact that it burned for 3 days, you know, but it's weird because, like, I think it's important to make a distinction between, like, what that could implicate and what it couldn't be. Like, because like filing documents could have been like 1099s and shit from people that traded there or whatever. Like, what do we think that is nefarious there? Like, if I asked you, Brian, like, what do you think would be there that would be like negative that they would be trying to hide if it was trader information, right? Like, because if you're trading, if you're selling trader information, you're certainly not doing it through paper, right? So like if you were selling the data, you wouldn't do it through that. You'd be doing that shit all digitally. I'm just wondering, like, what is the motive for them to light it on fire? Because if it's just old trading shit, it's like, and seeing what people's positions are, it's like, I think there's better ways of finding that information. And while you answer your question, I gotta pee now, especially after I started getting closer to the end of that bottle. One second, I'm gonna piss. Guys, I'm walking around my house like a fucking... I did squats today, and it's like, I hate the leg workouts and shit. I'm literally fucking walking around like a newborn fucking baby and shit, trying to get down my hallway. I'm not even kidding you. Yeah, but technology's even advanced so far to even detect like quote unquote Photoshop shit, whatever people are doing. You know, and like I said, backups of why would you, if you were doing something like that, why would you put it on paper and store it in a warehouse of all places that wasn't like really secured? I don't know. Like I said, it could be. I'm not saying that theory is wrong at all because it seems plausible to me. I just think that you guys got to remember, and I'm so scared to say this, to be honest with you guys. I'm actually kind of like, fuck. But these guys, if we believe what is happening to AMC is happening, remember, everybody in every other sister stock is convicted the same way. So these guys are juggling a thing, right? And to me, it just seems like they'd be a lot smarter if they are managing all of that risk that could kill their company. They would be leaving some fucking documents stored in a goddamn warehouse that could burn down. You know what I mean? Like, you'd at least, if they're incriminating documents that would risk trillions of dollars for you, pretty sure they'd be in like some fireproof safe or something. Like, I don't know. Like, I just... It's interesting nonetheless, though. Like I said, it's kind of crazy. You know, Brian here, he's a firefighter. He says that's not natural for fire like that to go on for 3 days. I think the steam makes it, or not the steam, but what the fuck would that be? The I don't even know what the fuck the word is for that right now. I'm drunk. What's the, like, maybe it is steam right off the heat you, so it makes it look a lot smokier than it is. Yeah, Brian, I actually agree with you, man. It's all conjecture, which is why I choose not to worry about it, because it's like we ain't gonna fucking know. Corey. Well, I actually listened to a Boss Blunt stream, though, and he said that the sprinkler system they had installed in that motherfucker were really good, so they should have put it out. Which is why I'm giving more credit to the fact that it is kind of weird, because if they had the state-of-the-art, you know, sprinkler system, why the fuck didn't they put the fire out? Especially being like a snowy, cold-ass place. It's kind of weird. But do I think that it has, like, some sort of effect on us or what's going on? No, I don't. Steven, you take it easy, man. Sweet dreams. Love you, King. Shit. I'm fucked up. You guys might see a man get all shitty. I haven't changed this. Like, we've been looking at the same trading view chart for now 2.5 hours. Nice. Bell, I agree with you. I think it would be a small piece, but also you got to remember that institutions that are using market makers and shit, why would they give them that data, like the trade data, like of all the nefarious shit? Also, either the banks are not fucking dumb. Yeah, now do some TA. Draw some badass charts. My shit will look like a straight up fucking, like a 4-year-old drew it. We can see, though, we can take a look at what it shows, what the alert, if the alert says anything for SPY. Especially with all this war talk and shit. And pretty much we're looking at some resistance right here at like 458. And see, like, this right here is kind of this last candle on the daily right here. It's not actually, this one's like half and half, this candle right here, but this one right here is pretty bearish. A lot of selling volume. You know what's unique about this, though, because I was talking about the vortex indicator with AMC, but this is why I said with AMC this is a lot more interesting, because look where my mouse is right here, vortex indicator. This is on a daily on the SPY. It's spiking up. Yeah, we have a huge red candle. Okay, CCI is trending down, right? Like, this is almost looks like a bull trap if you were like basing this off of like the indicators. In a way, it's like, okay, you're gonna try and buy back and fucking maybe hit this fucking gap, something along those lines. And I think that this thing might be going down even more. Now let's go back to AMC, right? So we're paying attention to, again, here, the vortex indicator, how the green's crossing over the red, and we're paying attention to the CCI right here, right? Now we'll go back to AMC. Okay, and now let me try and move this so my camera's not in the way, actually, guys. Hang on. All right, I think you'll be able to see it here. My camera probably won't be in the way. So here, though, remember how the CCI was down on the other stocks? This is pushing above, pushing above. Vortex high here, vortex high here. think we are seeing some positive price action in the motherfucking future. Oh my god, it's black. The screen's fucking black. I'm not reading chat or nothing. Oh my god. It's all fucked up. Oh, that's all good. It's all good. Oh my god. Oh, that's funny. All right, we'll do it again. We'll do it again. All right, we're not gonna go crazy. You heard what I said. You guys heard what the fuck I said. All right, look at the SPY. We're hit resistance here. The daily bearish candle here. We can blow it up a little bit. This right here is kind of like a little bit more bearish and bullish, but you know, there's some fucking struggling going on. But then look at my cursor here. Okay, you still see this right here on a daily chart. Vortex is increasing, flipping over the red. That's pretty strong, right? That would be like a bullish sign for me, like A+. But the CCI pushing down, all right? So this is looking not very, very strong for me. I think this is a little bit of a trap. Now going back to AMC, all right? Hopefully you guys can see this now. Let me shrink everything up so you guys can see it. Go a little bit bigger. All right. So here, though, when you look at the CCI, look, the spikes, it's not going down. Like, you see how this is going down right here? No, on all the spikes, it's boom, boom, boom. And what is this one doing? It is fucking looking like it's about to spike up again. Same with the Vortex. Going up, 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 up. And then you look at the price increases when that happens. He says straight to the moon. Yeah, we are going to go to the moon. I'm not saying this is it. I have no fucking idea. But all of these things lining up in order on the way to earnings, it spells good shit for us. It really does. I can't believe I didn't notice it. I was streaming a fucking black screen for you guys. I'm so sorry. I mean, like I said, I don't know. It's a nice little, I mean, it's like a fucking YW. I can make it look like more of a W. But I'm hoping that we push, like, you know, this is, like I said, this is my first alert, to be honest with you. Right about here. I'll probably set another one, to be honest, actually. And those are the price levels I'm looking for. And like I said, I ain't no fucking crazy chart or anything, but I know that the shit that what I've been telling you guys about right now, like tonight, about like what I'm seeing and shit, I've been using this on a lot of other different things, and I've been making pretty decent cash. And so it might be beginner's luck, but I am definitely seeing some things that I can like identify that you guys, I looked at this monitor, but that you guys could identify, right? Like, it doesn't take a brain surgeon or a fucking rocket scientist to figure this shit out. So I'm saying, make sure you guys are taking advantage of the opportunity right now, for real. Yeah, I'm fucked up. I didn't think that this, I guess maybe I did. But, you know, I used to be able to handle my shit. But this little fucking thing fucked me up. I have some good shit coming for some ISDA stuff. I feel like that the ISDA shit's boring, and because it really is, but it's important. Good night, love. Take it easy. I'm drinking Tito's. You know what, though? I honestly, I mean, it's all fucking good. I'm having fun with all you boys and girls. I'm so ready for AMC to do its thing. I'm ready to come and, like, be like, hey, boys and girls, like, let's go fucking meet up, hang out, and all of us have fat ass wallets and be like, yeah, let's go kick it. Like, where are we going? Where are we going this week? And that'd be so nice. Even with the family, it's like, oh, you got kids, you got a wife, bring them. We're doing a family gig. I think that's just gonna be so sick, and it's gonna be people that rode this out with you. I feel you, Savage. Dog. I'm not so much tired, but I'm like, dude, I'm pretty fucked up. Like, if I was gonna, like, read through some documents or some shit right now, I'd be like, I'm not getting shit done. Yeah, like, I think if we do Vegas, we need to do fucking something when this is all done. Like I said, I know a lot of apes want to come to Vegas. I grew up there. I'm ready to go. It'd be fun. But at the end of the day, for me, it's just about, like, connecting with everybody, like the people that I talk with every day. You know what I mean? That I'm just chilling with. That's the guys that I want to meet up with and say hi to. I want to meet all you guys and just kind of chat and, like, put a face behind the words, I guess. And you guys would have no idea, like, you know, fucking Brad here's a firefighter. I've met real estate agents. I've met accountants. I've met fucking doctors, met iron workers. I met fucking drywallers. Like, we're so broad, man. And everybody here is like a hard motherfucking worker that is just, like, wanting to do something better. And that's why, like, I'd feel so comfortable meeting every single one of you guys. I don't think I've seen the Marriott. I was in Vegas in New Year's. I don't know. I always like staying, if I'm going to go stay at a hotel, is like the Cosmopolitan or the Mandarin is always, like, really good for me. I'm still supposed to go out with my friends and I, guys, and drink at the bar. I was like, yo, it's my cheat day. I'm gonna fucking go crazy. I'm already all fucked up. What do we want to... I'm gonna take a look at Bitcoin real quick for a second here. Actually, this is a pretty good example, guys. Okay, let me see if I can push this up a little bit. Okay, I can. Look. Okay, so look, the vortex indicator is over my camera right here. I'm looking at it right now. Okay. So this is fucking Bitcoin on the daily. So just give you guys an example, right? So look at the vortex. Do you see how, okay, it spiked up. It started, it crossed over right here. And now look at the candles at the top. Look what happened. It literally crossed over right here. Look at this fucking bounce. It ran. Look. This is its peak, and then the second it starts going down, it's over. So I like to pay attention to these crossovers. Now, I can give you an example of where it's wrong as well, actually. Though, which is why you need to have a little bit more than just like, you need to be running a few things. So it did cross over for a second. You could have made some good money right here. Boom, it crossed over, but then the second, it's still green, it's still green, it's still green, it's still green, it's still green. It doesn't cross over to here, but look at where that candle ended. So that's why it's important to pay attention to your CCI. Like, well, I don't want to say, like, the indicators that I use, they work for fucking me. All right, let me catch up on chat. I was like, let me see what's going on. You guys are all talking and shit without me. What the fuck? Construction surveyor to cook and more, bro. At 15, I put in 116 hours in 6 days. Put myself in a 3-day coma. Holy shit, man. You got fucking strong hands, I bet. Mandalay Bay. Mandalay Bay is nice. It's a nice hotel as well. Yeah, you know what, Savage? I have one of my family friends. He lives in Ocala, like in the Ocala forest. Like, no joke. He owns a bunch of land. And he works for Ford and says they're having some issues right now. Corey, no circus for me, bud. I don't fuck with the circus, man. I'll go there, like, if I have, like, my nieces and nephews and shit. I'll take them. We can go to and ride like the Adventure Dome and the roller coasters and shit at the hotel. Nah, they actually do have a good steakhouse in there, though. Well, it's been like probably like 8 or 9 years since I've been there, but they did. JD Plett says we are a broad group of hard workers for sure. I'm a heavy equipment operator from Wasilla, Alaska. First time I've come across your channel. About to sub. Good tunes, good vibes. Hey JD, I appreciate you, man. Everybody that comes in that's new, I try and keep it as real as possible. Thank you for stopping by and all that shit, man. And you caught me on a drunk night, but I swear I provide information, and I don't just fucking babble on. Yes. Trey's eye patch. We got the fat bell money. Deontay, I like Hakkasan. It's been a while since I've been there as well. But I actually had fun there. You know, the best club that I ever been to in Vegas, though, while I was actually living there, was XS. Because at the time that I went, they had like the pool open. There was chicks in bikinis and shit. It was good. XS did or Hakkasan? Hakkasan did? That would be cool. When I went there, it was just 4 levels, and like every level that you went to was like a different type of music. I haven't been to Encore Beach Club. I did just went to my last work conference. I took some clients out to dinner at some Lakeside. It's a pretty good seafood restaurant in Encore, I think, or maybe it was in the Wynn, one of the two. But it was bomb. Oh, okay. So, well then, Deontay, I have not been to there since they remodeled them, bro. Art, I don't, probably not quite that anymore, but it's still pretty much like, it's on the level. Take care, Ryan. Yeah, it's getting late for you guys, I know. It's only 10 o'clock here in the East Coast. Or, I mean, the West Coast. I'm fucked up. Just talking. Brian, you have a nice night, man. I'm like I'm good right now. I'm faded. You take care, Brian, man. Have a nice night. Wake up, eat something fucking healthy, and start your day off great. And hopefully you have my hangover and not me. Deontay, where are you from, Joe? I can't remember. I appreciate the recent subscriptions, guys. Everybody that subscribed. If you guys would have asked me if I would have ever been talking to... I mean, some of my videos have gotten like fucking 70,000 views. Like, I'd have told you you're fucking crazy. Literally, thank you guys so much. And I'm happy just because well, for the most part, I'm happy. I just want to make sure everybody, if I do some serious shit, that people walk away with knowledge. Really important to me. Damn, bro, we talk? I swear, I've been drinking, so I might be forgetting. Have we talked about where you from in Vegas or no? I think we did. Aren't you up in Nellis and shit, like on the east side, or no? Was that somebody else? Oh, I'm sure it's not just me, brother. There's a lot of guys that are in here fighting the fight, but I'll tell you what. I really do believe that, and I'm dead ass serious. I mean, I really believe with everything. And like I was telling everybody earlier before you got in here, man, like I got my dad, I got my mom. They're split up. They're divorced. So it's like I had to go fucking, and they're both together with somebody, so I had to go convince both of their significant others and themselves, like, yo, you need to invest in this. My cousins, like anybody that I can, like I'm letting them know what's up. Oh yeah, that's right, Centennial Hills. Hey, dude, my mom just moved in. I probably told you this too. She just moved into those hotels right up there. Just literally, if you go up towards Centennial High School, you see Centennial High School on your right. You just go up to the road ends and those apartments to the left up there. I'm going to play something that is going to be a little bit off-brand. It's a little bit off-brand, but this song is fire. I mean, it really is. I think this chick's so talented. And this is what our stock is getting right now. Some love. Oh yeah, so that's that. When I go down there for Christmas, instead of wasting money on Airbnb or whatever, I just stay with my mom at her crib, and it's right there. I try to come down there at least once or maybe twice a month. Sometimes I try and get down there and visit her. We should kick it one sometime. We'll do that next. This is Alicia Keys right here, though. I mean, this chick, dude, she's bad, bro. She can jazz out. I'm gonna kill this whole bottle with you guys. Holy shit. Fuck.
I'll go back to this AMC chart because you know it's moving minute by minute right now. I've tried to do courses and shit though, guys, with people, not like paid courses, but like just running through information, like how I go through and figure out info, and there's just not many people that are interested in actually like going through the process to actually like go and actually learn it. So that's like a big gap, because sometimes I feel like it's weird because I'll see tweets like, yo, the DD's done, like this is what's happening, right? But the way that we're getting fucked, other people and other stocks are getting fucked too. And I think if you care about like AMC or if it's GameStop for you, we should be caring about the market as a whole. So I just don't think this shit's done just quite yet. I think we're close, but we're not done yet. Options for beginners. Where do I start? You don't. Like, we talked about this a little bit. You probably have had 100 people tell you this, or it's not what you want to hear. But if you're just starting, like, answer this. How many years have you been trading equities? That'll be the first question I ask you. Deontay, what I would do is look up, for you, man, start looking up how to program in Pine. Right? If you wanted to start doing alerts and shit, and if you're good at math, go look how to program in Pine. And I would just start with some simple YouTube videos and build from there. Because that's what TradingView uses for all their alerts, their paid alerts, anything that like people are paying for. So learn how to program in Pine and go check it out. And really, I don't think, like, I didn't talk to Astro about this, but I heard him in one of his videos say that he learned it within a couple weeks. And obviously he's got years and years of programming experience. So I'm not saying like, you know, go do that. But if you have some knowledge about that, you might be able to do it. Yeah, Pine is like it's what TradingView uses to program their alerts in their system. That's what I assumed you were talking about. Learn the programming alerts. That's what I'm thinking about. Like all the alerts that I see on my TradingView here are all done through Pine. But I think it's very similar to like other programming languages. Here's the Tracy Chapman for you. I could do that art next. Dude, I was not expecting, like I was gonna come in and hang out with you guys. I was not expecting to be in here for 2.5, well, almost 3 hours now. Appreciate you guys. And a lot of you guys are OGs, and so for that, like, even more respect. Josh, what's going on, man? How are you? It has been a long time, my friend. Hey, so Hassan, I can't remember. Tell me again when you got into the movement and shit. What's been going on? You got in when? And Deontay, when I come to Vegas and I hang out with you, what are you trying to do? You trying to go get crazy and party? I kind of want to do, is Fast Lap still a thing or no?
Okay, Feb 2nd. This is so crazy. So you guys, if you really want to understand some like how shit works here, how crazy it is, I have a multi-chat thing up right here, okay? It's talking about Twitch, and it's talking about because I'm dual streaming on Twitch right now and YouTube, and every comment I've had on Twitch, guys, has been like a half backhand to AMC asking about GameStop, which is kind of interesting. We might need, I think the AMC crew might need to just go out and try and focus a little bit more on a following there, because they've all been kind of like backhanded compliments. Deontay, that's sick. What? Tell me again what high school you went to. I went north. I know you told me. I went to Shadow Ridge. It was like it was like one of the newer schools. Okay. Yeah. Like I said, it wasn't an attack on just GameStop or even AMC. It was on everything. Oh, okay. So you didn't fucking... Bro, I thought you grew up in Vegas. Okay. Dude, I know that some of you dudes are gonna be like, what the fuck? But Alicia Keys is so hard. She really is, bro. Good morning. Good morning, Queen. You've caught me on the tail end of a bottle of Tito's, a small one, but I haven't drank in a month, so I'm pretty fucked up. Me to be. You wanna see. Bro, this song's so hard. That's how I feel about AMC. For a person that's not even me. Alright. You guys, it's not even funny. Like, I seriously was like, I'm gonna just come and kick it with you here for like 30 minutes. I'm gonna be cool. I just need to kind of chill out. I need to reconnect with the fam. I need to, on a day-to-day level, I need to be like, yo, I'm gonna connect with them, because I got a lot of messages and they're like, yo, Randall, where are you at? Are you not are you not doing the thing? Are you done with AMC or falling out? And no, the answer is no. I've never fallen out of AMC. I've told you guys, I'm just not reporting the shit that you hear from everybody else. I make videos when when I make a video, it's because there's something behind it. That's the truth. Corey, you're me to be. Nah, you guys are all seriously. You don't even know how happy I am to be a part of, to be one of you guys, because that's really what it is. About to rip my shirt out. No, because you guys make me hot. I've been smoking too much weed and I've been drinking too much booze. Tonight is like, so I've broken all the rules. Mm-hmm. It's not short. No, it was. It wasn't. Even when you seen me, Hassan, I was wearing a hat because like right now my hair is awkward. Like I like to get this shit to like right here. Where it's kind of looking studly, and especially if I'm working out and shit, I'm trying to look boof. You know, like boof. But no, I like to get it to like right here. It was kind of like flowing. It's so it's still an awkward stage. But even before that, it was even in a more of an awkward stage. So yeah, right now I'm just trying to fucking do that. I've been working out. I've been charting. I've been reading fucking books on market mechanics, learning more about AMC, GameStop, any stock that was heavily shorted. It's where I've been spending most of my time. No shit. Oh, turning me up. That's right. AMC squeezing, yeah. Literally have a great time with you guys and girls. I always say guys, and when I say that, and I'm gonna speak for other YouTubers and streamers right now too, girls. When a guy says like, "Oh hey, you guys," or whatever, you're always first in our hearts. Sometimes it's easy to forget, you know, and you gotta address everybody, but it's tough sometimes. It's like, because when I say, "Hey, you guys," I'm meaning everybody. But I've gotten scolded before. I'm trying to learn from my lessons. No, hair pretty is like, if I'm trying to make myself hair pretty, it's like I could do it in real life. Like when I'm grinding, nah. Like when I'm out there and like I couldn't do this, I'd be like, nah, I wouldn't do this. But in the picture, it's a nice little swoosh with the hair or this way, right? Like doesn't matter. Just get it all like curly and shit. I'll try that if I'm trying to take some pictures. Did it seem fishy? Yeah, in a way. In a way it did. Probably because borrows went up. You know, it's difficult to say though. Like, because there's part of me that says that borrowing, people that wanted to borrow probably did it 6, 7, 8, 9 months ago. Borrowed as much as they could or continue to borrow on like a residual basis, right? And then there's another part of me that's like, oh wow, there's new borrows and they're trying to reshort and fucking double up on what everybody else has done. So it's hard to say, man. We really don't know the intent. Or Cottonmouth Kings. I probably won't do any. I probably won't do any Cottonmouth Kings. That's a little too fucking aggressive right now. But I did like them once in a while back in the day. Yeah, you know what though, Deontay. So they could have been borrowing. I mean, you know, there's a thing too. Like I said, we've talked about this probably several times, and but they can. There's in some cases people can borrow and actually get a rebate for their borrow, right? So they're actually getting paid to take a borrow position, and because a stock might look choppy or like risky for them to short, they'll just hold on to that just hold on to the shares that they borrowed, and they won't do anything with them and just collect the rebate from the lender that's paying the rebate, right? Hassan, yes, I probably do a little bit too much, man. Like if somebody wants to get smoked on fucking Dota 2 or like some World of Warcraft, I got a little pumper rogue. No, I mean, I don't game that much, but I do. Guys, fuck, probably good I didn't, but I'm like probably in the last sip of this vodka and I kind of wish I had more. Deontay, yes, it would show up on traditional stocks, like between just like regular trading parties. But again, like when it comes to ISDA parties, those are bank-to-bank transactions that have their own master agreements that are for like the major players. You could set up any sort of custom agreement you want with no settlement times and no settlement at all, really. Like you just be like, take each other, like, oh yeah, you say it's good, oh I say it's good too, and you could do this back and forth, like knowing it. And I think that's the bigger problem than the short shit that we see like on Ortex or anything like that. I think that we have no insight at all on what the big boys are actually doing. So everything that we see in terms of short interest, etc., is like just what we see on the lit exchanges. Doesn't account for the shit that's going on in the back room. This is the best way I can put it. I mean, I don't know, Deontay, why would it though? If like, think about this. If you said to me, this is a complex thing to explain. Okay. So I go to you and I say, let's just say I'm BlackRock and you're fucking somebody else, Deontay. Okay. And I say, hey, Deontay, I've got 20 million fucking AMC shares. I'll loan out to you. You could do whatever you want with them. You want to short them? Fucking great for you, right? Go short these motherfuckers. Make some money. You'll probably make some money shorting. Look, the company's going down, down, down. Look, COVID. United States governments are giving all kinds of funds, whatever. I give you these funds and you go and short them. And then you go and you do all that. And I'm paying you. I say, look, it's not even going to cost you to borrow, man. I'll pay you a rebate. So every 100,000 shares that you take, I'll give you fucking 15% off, right? And that's not what they're doing, but I'm just using this as an example. And then you go and whatever you do with those shares, right? So you go out and you say, oh, okay, well, I just got a bunch of fucking shares lended to me. I'm getting paid to take the fucking shares. I'm going to go out. Look, wow, these fundamentals, they don't look fucking good. I'm looking at these numbers. My analyst is saying these are trash. I'm going to short the fucking shit out of this company. Right? And let's say you lose on your short bet or whatever, all your shares get fucking taken from you. You have to rebuy in fucking, however the fuck that plays out. But at the end of the day, dude, those shares that you just borrowed from those guys, you got fucked on, right? And when they go and recall those shares they paid you for a rebate on, but they're like, yo, dude, I paid you. I gave you a rebate on these shares. Like, where the fuck are they? It kind of poses a little bit of a problem. You as a company, what do you have to do? You have to go buy them on the open market, man. It's not even so much a mystery. Like, we can kind of see what they're doing. We really can. We can kind of see what they're doing, but not 100%. It's still very vague. We have an idea, and it's months after what they do. I'm talking about a bunch of shit, now I'm looking about the gaming stuff. The fuck game are you guys talking about? Deontay, when you say, I think if Black reported to Ortex, they don't. Ortex is pinging from them to get a report, right? So it's like whatever they probably post, whatever fucking BlackRock is posting up to their server, Ortex pings it, and that's the number they get back, which can be within 81% accuracy. Them as they would also report them as barred, so Ortex would show them in loan. So traditionally, again, yes, but we're talking about BlackRock has access to ISDA. Those transactions are not going to be reported to fucking Ortex. Like, again, this is like me coming to you, to Deontay, and saying, hey, man, look, me and you are both in the Players Club right now. Like, fuck this guy and, fuck that guy. I got these shares, you got this cash, let's do this, and if something goes wrong, me and you will work it out later down the line. Here's the fucking master agreement. Nobody's gonna know shit besides you and I. Let's do this. Like, that's what it is. Lending I almost like literally guys, like whoever is like a serious guy that like a serious guy or girl that likes to go out and like do DD and shit, go find out the returns versus, this is like a challenge for you, versus security lending versus security selling for hedge funds and institutions, because institutions make more money from the lending than they do from actually selling securities on runs. It's like, I almost guarantee it. And so you got to remember, these guys are looking to loan the shares out as many ways as they can and catch your ass. Think of them like a fucking dirty ass low credit. Like, it's like a company that accepts you when you got a low credit score. That's them. That's it. Dude, this shit right here, I fucking love this music. Dude, it's like, I don't even know what to classify this is, but it just reminds me of a little bit of old school, kind of like smooth. Like, I fucking love this. Climax, what's going on? Sorry, buddy, if you don't see anybody in chat. Most of us are on YouTube. We're dual streaming right now. But I appreciate you coming by, man. You kind of came at the tail end. I've been drinking and all fucked up. I'm just hanging out. I haven't drank since the 3rd of January, and I drank, it wasn't like, usually I'll do a bigger bottle, but I almost drank this whole fucking thing of Tito's. I'm fucked up. Bro, Deontay, I fuck with this shit. I seriously do. This is bad. No, I'm not anymore. I was. I mean, right now, what you're looking at, to be honest with you, man, is like, because the majority and everybody else, guys, I'm talking to somebody, Twitch chat. I don't get that many people, but he's coming through. And this is an AMC chart, and I'm just looking at this because I believe in AMC, and I'm looking at some of the historical data, and this motherfucker's primed to run right now. So we were just kind of talking about that. I was reconnecting with some of my OG fans and some new fans and just kind of vibing out, man. But AMC particularly, which is why I started the stream, is looking like it's ready to fucking run. So hopefully that answers your question. All right, I'm going to put that right now. I'm copying it right now, Deontay. Dude, there's something I just love about this vibe. I don't even know. It's fucking so good. All right, I got it queued up for you, man, Deontay. All right, this is the last little sip. It's all right. Wish I would have got more. Ugh. Not even enough to really enjoy. Fuck. Guys, AMC is about to, I'm pretty sure we're about to fucking rip over the next 1 to 2 months. Pretty fucking hard. I hope I'm not wrong, but I don't think I am. I think we're about to fucking see some fucking juicy motherfucking gains. All right, I'm putting your song on now.
Welcome to the anchor.com, the anchorfm.com, the home of the podcast where you can be heard all
Maybe this isn't
the
it,
world,
D'Angelo Brown's Sugar Song.
inside your home,
Is this it? I
outside.
think it is.
And anchor.com is the place to be heard. It's free, sign up, be heard. Album or something, but it was definitely the song that got my attention. It's like one song.
Was this a troll, some troll shit, bro? The fuck is this? What you doing to me, dog?
And the song was Brown Sugar by D'Angelo. And he was from Virginia. Was definitely on point. An aura about him. And
No, this is not it.
soulful, very,
This is like somebody reviewing the song.
when I first heard him and listened to him, I thought he had a good chance to kind of channel.
No, turn this shit off, bro. It doesn't come up on Spotify, dude. You said D'Angelo Brown Sugar. It didn't come up. All right, for sure. Yo, there's we're pretty fucking close, guys. The runs are looking strong. I'm excited as shit. Let's take a look at GameStop real quick, too. I haven't done much. To be honest with you, everything that I highlighted with AMC, like no fucking shit. I mean, seriously, look. Holy crap. Boom. Look, Vortex cross. Oops. What the fuck happened there? Look. Vortex crossing there. Here. Down, down, down. Look at, so if you see the crosshair right here, it's like, look at the, it spiked up the red over the green. And look at that. It hit a bottom. Boom. And it fucking popped up instantly with green. So it's like right here. I mean, look at all these pops every single time. And it'll be the same thing. Look. Crossed over. Oh, crap. Crossed over. This is all happening literally the same exact time with AMC. Look at these. And you could see them coming. You can start seeing when the divergence happens, and you can identify it before it fucking happens. Hang on. I got something. I got a song I want to play. You guys are all making requests. I kind of want to play this. Trey's eye patch. Listen, man, I really... So, as a diehard Charger fan, I don't want Joe Burrow to win because people are going to think he's a better quarterback than Justin Herbert, and there's no way it's not even fucking close. Justin Herbert will smash him in every category. And so I don't want them to win because of that fact. And then the Rams, they're the other LA team. And I don't want them to win for the fact that the Chargers are an LA team now. So really, I just hope that they draw and everybody in the team's injured. He said John Mayer. I like fucking John Mayer. Bet. Leroy Brown, baddest man in the whole damn town. Will it reach? I think it will. Okay, we're good. Yeah, I'm all fucked up, guys. I was supposed to go out at 10:30. They were trying to come pick me up. I said, no, give me a minute. I don't even look out my window. They're probably all outside still waiting. Baddest man in the whole damn town. Okay, wait, hang on. Play some Frank Lucas. I like, but John Mayer sounds okay. Frank Lucas is next. This motherfucker can play the guitar right here.
Never seen the sun before, lying on the ocean floor. I'm walking through the wilderness and living off the loneliness. So wild blue, deep
Yeah. Wow, actually that fucked up trading view. Something I didn't know what happened. Let's see if this works. It did. Wow. Interesting to know.
all the tears I meant to cry.
Yo, Trey's eye patch, you didn't really answer me. Were you the reason why Trey came in the other night or not? Somebody said you were, but I wanted to make sure you heard that I thanked you. I appreciated that.
Deeper than I ever knew.
I was saying the other day, me and him are so much more similar than a lot of people. We would probably end up in jail together, to be honest.
Myself when I lost you.
If I'm being honest. Dude, guys, like, seriously, I'm fucked up. I would not do this if I was out in public. It's only because I know you guys are going to take care of me and make sure I get home safely.
Deeper than I ever knew. It's a wild blue since you went away. Oh baby, what wild
So you guys like, do you guys like,
found myself when
you guys like mostly, you guys like mostly old school, or do you like shit like John Mayer, R&B? What do you guys like the most in terms of music? I need to know. The greatest player to never win a Super Bowl, LaDainian Tomlinson. Easy. Maybe Junior Seau. Or every other Charger player that ever, you know. I'm just fucking with you, man. But I really do think LT, probably. I could say Junior Seau, too. I mean, he was a linebacker's linebacker. I mean, he was on the level of Ray Lewis, I feel like. Yo, Trey's eye patch, 100% I agree with. Like, that's a motherfucking honor. I said you're so fly. I mean, bro, like if I could flip the camera around and show you my closet, this is nothing but Charger jerseys. All right. Calm down. Yo, I'm thinking about, I got this for Christmas. I've literally used it once. I'm thinking about trying out some porn on it.
Well, the lucky in love call themselves winners and lose.
Let's go. I'm good. Kirsha, let's go. Son, me and you are no longer friends because I don't fuck with the Chiefs. I appreciate you, bro, but I wish you had a better team selection.
Call me crazy. You say I'm never gonna love someone. Give it time now and you might find.
All right, wait, hang on. You guys want to hear some crazy shit that's probably going to be banned off YouTube? So, Kirsha just said she liked this soft playlist. I'm going to throw her for a fucking bone right now. You guys ready? Really piss her off. She'd be like, turn down her radio.
Lost what they needed in some miserable war. So forgive me if I might look around for
Here we go. You guys are not going to like this.
I just want.
This is some different shit. This is a different shit.
I understand ain't nobody did shit. Ain't nobody did shit for my cousin. Where them niggas at? They said they put it all on the line. This nigga, only a child could empty a gun toward the sky.
No, nothing's up tonight, man. Trey's eye patch on it. Oh shit! I just dumped my weed out, literally all over my chair. My pipe just. I gotta load another ball. No, nothing's up. Well, I mean, there is something up, but I told Bigums I was gonna wait with him. We need to get on it together to release it. We do have some big shit though. Like no joke, some big shit.
Look up in the sky, it's a motherfucking slug. Some nigga done let one off and only my cousin shedding blood.
Fucking bow down now.
Motherfucker from 29th Street throwing up his flag.
No, this is some West Coast shit right here, dude.
To the setup and let my cousin have it. The nigga that died for the Garden Block Gang. Get
The Garden Block Gang.
ended up
The AMC Ape Gang.
but I don't be giving a fuck. I'm tapping up in your program. Before you know it, I'm keeping up.
Dude, this shit's hard though.
Like drop top, Rohan. With a 12 gauge pump in the trunk and a clip full of funk and a fat purple kush blunt. So call it what you want. I call it the fever of the funk house. Dumping gauge shells in that ass. Leaving your face down, chest down with a gang of guts hanging out your ass. Nigga, you know the process. They wanna kill.
Good night, Deontay. I fuck with you, man. Come by more, dude. I appreciate you, bro. Good night, man. Hassan. My pipe's fogged, fuck. Kind of. He kind of does sound like him. Nah. Art. No, not quite. Not quite. But AMC bust. Then we run it to the fucking moon, you know we were going us. Yeah, I'm going hard with the shit. Man, we trying to get to the moon and we trying to get rich. Ah. Look, she's hitting the gas now. She's cruising, bro. She's like, lean back. Gangster. That actually hurt hella bad, dude. I was squatting today and could barely spread my shit out. I have probably another few song requests if anybody wants anything. If not, then you're gonna be subjected to my own tunes and you just have to fucking deal with it. Wait, is this it? Oh yeah, I was looking for this. Oh yeah. I mean, this shit's pretty hard right here, to be honest. Jolene, Jolene, Jolene.
I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Please don't take him just because you can.
I got you on the soul system. That's coming up next.
With flaming locks of auburn hair, with
Fuck with that. I fuck with that selection. I got you. It's the next. That's literally the next song that's coming up.
soft like summer rain, and I cannot compete with you, Jolene.
Philip Rivers 100% does deserve one.
I can do to keep from crying.
I mean,
Calls your name,
my honest opinion, if you like, I think, again, everybody say I'm biased to the Chargers, but I really do think Justin Herbert has a much higher ceiling than Joe Burrow. I really do. I mean, if you look at the darts that fucking Herbert's throwing, I mean, it's just fucking crazy.
begging of you, please don't take.
And I also don't think, I think that you could take Justin Herbert and I think that you could plug him in any team and he would still gunsling. Joe Burrow, I don't think that you can just plug and play him in a bunch of different squads. I don't.
You could have your choice of men, but I could never love again. He's the only one for me.
Hassan, you say this is the type of shit that you listen to. I got a song for you as well.
I had to have this talk with you. My happiness depends on you and whatever you decide to do, Jolene.
All right, that's what I'm trying to get. Like, I'm just going to work out for the next 17 and a half years. And I'm just going to get swole and I'll be like Barry Sanders. And then I'll just running around and I'll just spin Juka Kid or I'll just run him over with my shoulder pads. It don't matter.
Jolene, Jolene.
All right, this is the next song request. Ooh, but it's a banger too. Ooh, kind of feeling this. Ooh. I mean, this is kind of, when I look at AMC, this is kind of how I feel. Just a little bit. I'm just like, ooh, sweetheart. Just like, hey, what's up? Trying to hit her with the fluid body motions and shit. Make my hips work. That's how I feel about her. It's the truth. It's just hard. Yo, honestly, I'm looking like right now I'm looking at the chart and then I have my camera up like kind of like in the top right. Right? Like in the top right of my screen. And I'm feeling like my camera's kind of looking hard. Like this shit's pretty clean. It really is. Kind of like just a little bit crispy. And Hill. The Hill. I don't know how to say your fucking name, but bro, this song's hard. you guys, I know we haven't talked a whole lot about like AMC. I mean, if you guys want to talk about it, we could talk about it. But I've really appreciated just chilling with you boys and girls and just hanging. I almost went to take another shot and there ain't nothing there. Sister, soul sister. He says, Ryan, Randall, do you think any of the YouTubers have been shoulder tapped? Yes, but not in the way that you're thinking of. I don't think they were tapped on and be like, hey man, I need you to turn sides to start like knocking on AMC, right? Like, I don't think it was that. I think it was probably more of a conversation like, hey sir, like we noticed you had X amount of views in the last month and we think that our program would be a great fit for you. We can offer you 30% or wait, no, even 45% because you have 100,000 viewers a month. So every subscriber you bring us, we'll give you 40% of the sale for lifetime, right? Because that's what they'll do, because these are a lot of the services that are promoted are like monthly residual shit. So they'll give them X amount of dollars per month. I think it's more like that. But do I think that it's like some fucking like, hey, we're this hedge fund and we need to like negatively talk about X, Y, and Z? Probably not. I want to take these headsets off. I need to go buy some speakers for my fucking desk right here because I would love to just take these off and just listen to music. I don't even need these headphones. Like, I'm not talking to anybody, but I want to hear the music, and I'm so hot right now. Yo, what the fuck, actually? Bro, this shit lost on my fucking... The fuck happened with TeamViewer? It lost on my boxes up on the actual price chart. Nah, what the fuck? I mean, it'll still work. They kept some, but why did it erase the other ones? You guys want to hear something fucked up, honestly? If I were to go and post right now, like if I were to upload this stream and I was going to say on Monday, it's guaranteed AMC is running to $180, we'd probably have like 27,000 people in here. And I don't bring that up for the views. I'm bringing it up for how easily people are influenced. No joke. It's pretty bad. It's like, you would think if you've been in this motherfucker for a while, you would know.
I think you got the wrong one. I'm sick and tired of running. I've been searching for the love when I've been looking for a job, then they told me if I move, they gon' shoot me dead. But I think I'm about to go to work. I've been waiting on the summer. So looking back and wondering how we put to keep from under. They told me put my hands up behind my head.
Got a song for you guys. Oh, did they not have it? What the fuck? They don't. Nope, that's not it. Oh, wait.
Well, now.
They do. That's how I feel about you guys and girls.
Differences between human beings and animals that you should know about.
You should know about. Albondiga. Damn, I actually wish I had just a bit more to drink. I killed this whole little small baby bottle.
Baby, sex is a Texas drought. Me and you do the kind of stuff that only Prince would sing about. So put your hands down my pants, and I'll bet you feel nuts. Yes, I'm Cisco. Yes, I'm Ebert, and you're getting 2 thumbs up. You've had enough of 2-hand touch. You want it rough, you're out of bounds. I want you smothered, want you covered like my Waffle House hash browns. Coming quicker than FedEx, never reaching apex, just like Coca-Cola stock.
What's going on here?
Rise an hour early, just like daylight savings time.
Me baby ain't nothing but mammals. Man, dude, I just been chilling. I've literally been grinding it out. I hope that Bigums contacts me tomorrow, MC Bigums, because I've discovered some pretty dope shit. Not in the immediate term, but in like the mid to short term future that's gonna probably change the game for us. 100%. I'm so hot right now though, like I take my shit off, I can't even listen to music because it's so fucking hot. My face is all sweating and shit. Literally, it's bad. Even the leather, what the fuck? And we were just looking at these charts, AMC particularly. Looks like it's getting ready to go for a little bit of a run. Just a bit, just a tad. No, I've been drinking a little bit. Yeah, I've been drinking. I haven't drank actually really for this whole month, but tonight I went a little bit crazy. So I drank too much. Appreciate you stopping by, man. It's been a long time. I get what you're saying, Trace. I actually, after the charges were eliminated, man, I was actually rooting for the Bills to win. I'm looking. I'm seriously. I did not have my shit set up right, guys. So, like on the stream platform, it's like they separate Twitch and YouTube. I had so many messages on Twitch. I didn't respond to a motherfucker. Really, like 2 people out of like 30. So bad. I fucking love this song. Literally, we're about to fucking squeeze in this motherfucker. Really feel that way. When you guys look at this chart right here, it's like it fucked up. I don't know why. Look. Literally, look what happens every time this happens. Rise. Pop. Look at pop. Fucking pop. Pop. I don't know why this one's there. I must have duplicated something. Some shit. The fuck? Every time it raises. And then we get a crossover. I mean, just money. We're about to make some cash. Hang on. I think my buddies are honking outside right now. All right, guys. I appreciate y'all coming to hang out with me. We're at a lower, bigger goal than we usually have, but I don't give a fuck because everybody that's been in here has been real as shit, like my actual team, my actual squad. So for that, I can't think of anything better. I just had some real life friends. They're honking their horn outside. I'm about to go and fucking probably have a few more drinks, and I'm already at the point where I'm probably going to throw up, so I'm probably going to feel like shit tomorrow. That's the truth. So for that, I'm gonna have a few more drinks at the bar. I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow, hopefully. Maybe you'll come hang out.